tired. I'm going to try not to stay with you too long because this is a reading that I did not want to do. I'm very tired. I've been working very hard to get a lot of my orders out and do private readings that I owe people. And I want to say how much I'm so grateful to have so many wonderful people uh, from all ages, backgrounds, all around the world that have loved me and supported me and patiently waited for me to get the orders made by hand from scratch, each individual order, because all of them are not the same. They're custom blended. And I begged people, if you're talking to me, I can't see anyone. The screen is empty. I'm sorry. I can't see anybody right now. It's just a clear screen. Okay, now I see someone. Hey, Jamila. Um, I offered to give them their money back like 3 months ago. Some people have been waiting for me 3, 4 months since like the summer, and they did not want the money. Hey, JM. Hi, everybody. I can't see. I can only see two people. I don't know why. And they waited, and so now I was able to get myself together enough to try to make some, and I'm still working on them. There's someone that ordered the sex, hey Savage, and money kit, and this is coming with them because they've been so patient and they haven't bugged me and got on my nerve. They have this is their wash, their bath with their money and their herbs. I don't know if you can see them, their herbs in there with their money. They have a sex soap, sex and money soap. If they rub it on the body, it's loud. You know, anybody can tell you that ordered from me. That's one reason why they don't complain. Because when they get it, they're very concentrated. They're very high quality. And I've been letting her stuff sit on my altar and on Nipsey's altar. Instead of one money sage, I gave her two because she hasn't given me a problem. They have a lot of oils in them. I'm sorry, baby. The gold came off a little bit. I tried to glue it back on there and put it back on there, but I put so many money oils, luck, and attraction oils, and I have him. I'm not sure. I guess I gotta ask them what they are. Try not to pry. They'll just say, hey, make it for a woman to attract a man. Make it for a man to attract a man. Make it for a man to attract a woman. And I don't ask questions. I just, because I don't judge. As long as someone's being honest, I don't judge. Okay, I just make it. So I gave them two instead of one. I gave them the sex and money candle, directing it towards them. So you gotta make it clear if they're watching this and they don't want the female candle for sex and money, then they need to let me know. I'll send the male, and I'll folks start channeling the energy on the male. Okay. Um, what else a person gets with this? Okay, their wash, their bath, their soap that they leave on for maybe 5 minutes and focus on what you want. Also, the attraction oil, the pheromone oil. There's also a sigil they can get if they want to, as well as listening to the sex. The sex. Hey Shiva. Hey Sonia. Uh, hey beautiful Mystique. Hey Mr. 247. Hi. It's moving so fast. Hey April. Hey Tanisha. Hey J Baby. Hey Ma'a, Sunchild. Hey Infinite. Hey Sweet Jones. Hey Annie. Hey Jasmine. Hey McCarty. Hey Kenza. Hey Bobby. Hey Bobby. Hey Shug. It moves so fast. Clever boy, Brandy. C Magdalene. Hey C Magdalene. Hey Indigo. Hey Chavette. Hey Brittany. Hey Shatoya. Hey Veronica. Hey BW. Hey Arcadia. Hey Josie. Hey Avonia. Okay, yeah, what else I got? Yes, the oil, the special oil. The downloads. I've actually been kind of down and out of it after we did part 3, the third chakra, sex and money, chakra clearing and grounding meditation, which would be Ram, R-A-M, the Indian word Ram, which deals with the solar plexus, the energy behind the navel, and the guts. I've literally been running off every day, and all night since we did that third chakra meditation. It tore me up, and You know what? I've heard people say that you can remove your chakras. If they are binding you and causing you a problem, just take the chakras out. I don't agree. At least for my own personal, after I've started to go into them, and I have two of my students there. If you buy the download, you'll hear them on there with me. Two women from different backgrounds, different ages, but they're younger. They're chronologically younger than me, and they wanted to be my students. Although they're very smart, they're very intelligent. Um, they like doing this with me. They're under my teaching with this thing and the spirituality and the spiritual sexuality and the magic. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, oh boy, I'm feeling a lot of energy here, and I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't want to do this reading. This reading's on Travis Scott and Astroworld. He's one of the ones at Astroworld. Hey, Janice. Hey, Opulence. Dripping this bitch. Piece up A-Town down. The Dirty South meets LA in this bitch. Goddamn King Nip, Queen Drip. Nigga done came from the goddamn West Coast to the Dirty South to my house and trap it out. All the way out and turn the bitch out in the Dirty South. This is all too about Nipsey. King Nipsey Hussle. Yes, and I'm going to tell you how King Nipsey Hussle, which you know that's his industry. Rap, music, entertainment, and how that's when he was violently assassinated. Let me tell you what was going on. Yes, anyway, yes, I added, I'm making her whole kit, and I'm going to show it. Let me tell you something. My name is Alexyss K. Tylor. I am a psychic medium, and I read tarot, and I'm a medical intuitive. I speak to people in the spirit realm that are physically dead, yet still alive, that move from here and come back from the other side, and they stay here as long as they want to. They go back and forth, they get information, they talk to people they want to talk to say things they want you to hear, see, know, do, be. All these things. I am doing this reading, and this is all alleged, this is all for entertainment purposes only. You know how I like to tell you nice bedtime stories. I don't know if you can see them. You can see my flowers. Nipsey's flowers. And his dessert. Aren't they pretty? I love flowers. You can see he, because me love him. That's my spirit nigga. That's my spirit husband, this bitch. Give a fuck what nobody say. Okay. Okay, hey, she Robin. Somebody said, and this happens to everybody, not just me. Someone said they got unsubscribed by YouTube. They hadn't seen my videos in a while, or they hadn't come over here to check, and they hadn't gotten notifications. It's not my fault. I'm not the only one it happens to. Okay, it happens to a lot of people. Hi, Lizette. Thomas Moore. Hi, Goddess Queen. Hi, Nurse. Hi, Richie. How are you doing? Look, I don't know if you saw it. I asked you to privately let me know what's going on. Because I want to know. I want to support someone that's been done wrong. YouTube does unsubscribe. Yes, Mr. 24/7 Star. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Empathy. Hi, Tara. Forgive me. It goes. Hi, Boss Lady. Hi, my beautiful Bobby. Hi, She Robin. Hi, Collie. Collie Ma. Hi. Hi, Linda. Hi, G Baby. Hi, DJ. Hi, Sky's the Limit. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Tanisha. Please forgive me if I missed anybody. I'm not trying to do it. Hi, September Virgo. You said about Molly Mall, or something else come up about Molly Mall and the way he's with women. Absolutely true. Child, he's on marriage boot camp. What? Oh, he revealed a lot? Ah! Thank you. Yes, Nipsey gave me that. Skin likeness to even skin tones. I have them. I have them, baby. I put them on my YouTube forum, and I have them on my site, alexysktylor.com. Actually, I've been using one I just made, and it's like the African style soaps. And I've been using it all over my body to keep getting rid of the uneven stuff. And I still got like bangs on my knees, or I might hit something. Sometimes I'm like clumsy, especially when I'm tired. And so, I'd like to do this. If I'm tired, I'll lean on the sink and wash my face and lean on my elbows. And that makes them black. I'm really easy to bruise. I love to feel the products. I love to dig in the dishwater. And that makes me uneven till I get the dishpan hands. So I'm constantly making this stuff. Thank you, Richie. King Nip and Drip all day. Dirty South me so late in this motherfucker. Okay. Let me tell you all. I'm okay. We got the disclaimer out of the way. I did not write down the whole thing with Travis Scott. Let me tell you, since I've been doing the Nipsey readings, let me tell you what, if you all haven't been with me and seen them all, I'm going to show you how this ties together. When Nipsey first came to me, and I started doing the first reading the day he was shot, or they announced it the day he was shot, March 31st, 2019. Let's go a month behind that, and you can also see it. I did a reading on Wendy Williams. It's on Facebook. The date is there. You can see I'm not lying. It was on the night of the Super Bowl, and it was rainy, and I was stuffy, and I wasn't feeling well. I remember I had sinus problem and congestion. I was doing it, part one, on Wendy Williams. They were here doing the Super Bowl at the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and I told y'all because they call it a demon. Now I'm not sure. All of these entities and kings that I'm mentioning and queens are coming from the Egyptian mystery system, where also the originators were not European, they were Africans that created the Egyptian mystery system. Even though people try to say the pharaohs and the queens look like white people, with thin nose, mouth, straight hair, or different textures of hair, very regal, long necks. These people were not, the original ones were not European. They were extraterrestrial in origin and had come down in blue, black bodies, and African bodies. You can even listen to Credo Mutua talking to David Icke and telling the story, as well as we are dealing with Sirius Star right now and the Dogon. They could look for white scientists and look in the ground and draw the constellation of Sirius, the dog star, just off the top of their heads. And then the white scientists investigated and saw these African people were correct. They said that's where their home is. That's where their ancestors came from. Star people. Yes, see, Magdalene. That's who I'm telling you is giving me the stuff. This is where I'm now wondering, what is Travis Scott's DNA? What's in the DNA? Because I stopped, and we don't need to send any more DNA to Ancestry.com, AfricanAncestry.com. Why? Because they have learned how to map the DNA, clone, create other strands of DNA through printing the DNA. Once they could get all of that DNA and then make an X-ray of the DNA, then they could reduce the DNA to a binary code, and then they can splice the DNA. What else functions on a binary code? The computer. What else and who else functions on a binary code? You. You are a computer, and you function not on letters, but on binary code. That's how the sequences are generated and activated in you through binary code. Now they don't need you to do it anymore. They've created alternative hybrid strands. I'm just going to tell you, because I'm not going to tell you everything. So I'm just kind of talking off the dome, because I don't want to. It's so upsetting and it's so scary to me. I wish I was not alive during this period. I don't want to be around this period, because if you're in an area in the city where a lot of so-called black people are urban areas, that's where the chaos magic is going to jump off first, and they're going to kill each other. Like they're already doing. Killing, robbing, stealing. In the blue state, Democratic states. I think I don't want to be a Democrat. I'd rather be a Republican. Or I'm not going to choose. But I'm not in the Democrat anymore. What I see what's going on here? No, thank you. And usually tried to make so-called black people Democrats. And the Democrats also are having the past dealt with slavery and racism. Not very good. It's not just Atlanta. I'm not talking about Atlanta. Not from what I'm seeing, not from what they're telling me. This is going to be nationwide, worldwide. They're already bringing up the chaos magic, and the beings that are telling me this come from, first, the Egyptian mystery schools. But I'm going to tell you from what they told me and what Nipsey told me and what he's seeing, it's even deeper than that. But first thing first, okay. I'm tie this together. And now you can go back and look at my readings if you haven't. The first one I did was February, I think it was February 3rd, Super Bowl, Wendy Williams, Atlanta, Georgia. When they did that Super Bowl in Atlanta, there was a ritual opening up the Stargate, opening up the portal. One of them tied to CERN. CERN, C-E-R-N. It's an abbreviation. That's in Europe, and it's underground. And that portal they've been working on for a while now, years now, that they have the Indian god Shiva and they have Kali in front of it, and they are trying to resurrect and bring through the portal demonic entities, and they've already done it, and bring back their father Satan to sit on the throne as the Antichrist, or inside of a cloned 3D printed DNA body. I've said this before because I think that was part 2 of Wendy Williams, when Chitulu, I might be pronouncing his name wrong, forgive me, comes from one of the mystery schools first in Egypt, and then you're dealing with Sumerian gods, Babylonian gods, like the Statue of Liberty. They're trying to resurrect Nimrod and Osiris, Ishtar and Inanna and Columbia, dealing with Apollo, Apollyon, and Abaddon. Which we go back to Apollo, Astroworld, AstroTurf, Astrodome, Astronaut. Dealing with Travis, we are dealing with NASA. You see how they've been going up there a lot, and they let you know now, we will let motherfuckers go regular so-called, but they not regular. Go live in space. You can get your apartment, you can visit, pay a fee to go up to NASA and to go to the fuck. I just heard something. Mars, and deal with Saturn. And also, we're getting ready for the Saturnian Festival, which I hope you prayed up and you got your protection like I told y'all. And people laughed at me. I don't really give a fuck. You know, I don't know why other psychics and readers come to fuck up here on my page to laugh at me and make fun of me. Because when I had the characters, and I told Nipsey, told me to get the characters, the Halloween characters and all the scary characters, told you to watch the Jason period. July, August, September, October, November, that these things were going to happen, and murders, certain murders and sacrifices, and entertainment as well. Well, aren't we, even with Travis Scott, we're still in the Jason period because we're in November. A few days after Halloween and the Day of the Dead. Because you see, I had come back because Nipsey wanted me to do the Days of the Dead. These rituals had to take place, and Travis Scott was one of the ones with Draco, the deceased god, the dragon. Okay. He was up there with him, and then they had celebrities like you deal with it in a Roman cathedral or a Roman Colosseum. They get the high seats, goddammit. Well, they get to watch the massacre and the fucking murder and the centaur, have mercy, or the great bull. You watch the dragon be unleashed upon the crowd that are they're using them for food. They get to safely watch it while they at Astroworld. Have mercy. So they didn't get church. Not church. They didn't get church. Had special anointing on them because they had already went through the demonic sacrificial ritual. See? You even see how they had Travis' head right there with death on it, with skeletons on it, that they had to walk through to trigger the initiation. This ain't the first time Travis Scott have had this kind of problems because he likes to rage. There's a lot of pent-up aggression. Let me tell you something. These are very violent people, very angry, not nice people. They don't give a fuck about you. They're not doing a concert for you. They have to take an oath to get to that level, or they will not get in. The particular demons that he calls are for death and destruction and dealing with chaos magic. And in order to summon them, you must have a lot of anger and a lot of rage. And that's what he has. He summons them, he gets possessed. Also, let me say, let me go back to Super Bowl, February 2019. You can look it up if I am not correct. It was in Atlanta. Okay. With every human being, we are already charted. They already have our DNA. A lot of us have already inhaled. We just don't know it. The different metallic particles, the subatomic particles that alter the DNA, create anchors and disease in the DNA. And a lot of them have been there from the shots we already got as little children. Now they've increased amounts of shots that children have to have, a lot more than I had to have. And you can't eat because they're terraforming the earth. They're creating, they're using technology, and they're actually going to different locations in the United States to destroy the oxygen in the atmosphere, destroy the trees, destroy the force field around the earth, to damage the sun's, damage the earth and the sun's ability to heal you and make you healthy. That sun will kill you. That sun you're looking at is not the one you need to be hanging in. I don't care what people say. I've seen some of these other readers say that you need to be, that's your friend. That's not your friend. They have destroyed that sun because they've destroyed the force field around the energetic belt, the grid around the outside of the earth and then the inside of it, and with the chemtrails and the different chemicals and with the 5G. So if you get a particular shot, you already have the nanobots and the chips in your body because we've already inhaled them. Or you take the mark of the beast, which will be in some type of implant, then it's going to activate with the 5G. And it's going to open up the grids inside of there where you are merging man with machine under a transhumanism agenda, as you already see. And the rest of humans, they're going to kill off, because if the ground is depleted of soil, of nutrients in the soil, the water's no good, the air has no oxygen in it, nothing's going to grow if they terraform the planet. And then you will be what? At their mercy, begging for food. I am so sorry, baby. I forgot I'll be trying to get so much of my stuff that I didn't remember to put my Cash App in there. Can somebody please put my Cash App? It's Alex K. Tylor, $ Alex K. Tylor. Please, can somebody put it in there? Because I can't try to do that and do this and keep my mind, where they're, as I'm channeling this stuff. And that's where they want you to go, and that's why they're destroying the supply chain. So that, and then the trucks are having problems now that bring the food in, getting the parts that they need when they're breaking down, and they're doing it on purpose to create a big gap, and then to create it, which creates inflation, and then create a crisis with food and water, which will create more violence and more crime, crisis with jobs, stability, and then the stock market, and then it's tied to banking and finance and houses and mortgages. There might be a housing crisis. We need to look at all of these things and stocking up on things you need and keeping some cash on hand, not just depending on all of your stuff in the bank in case they crash, or Thank you for my cash up, baby. Thank you. And thank you all for that love me, support me, and continue to donate for the work that I do. Okay. So you all and canning and storing things, getting heirloom seeds that reproduce. You don't, I was so happy. I had a lemon. Somebody had got me some lemons from the store, and I opened the lemon to make me a drink, and I looked at it. That's right, preppers, that's right. And I thought something was wrong. It was brown, and then I cut the skin, and it was seeds. Seeds. I was so happy I ate the seeds. I don't eat anything without this sperm, basically. Seeds. Okay? That's like a man that has no sperm when you're eating vegetables and fruits with no seeds. That's very dangerous. We might get to a point where we can't get it, and I understand that if you can't get it, you eat what you have to eat to survive. That's what I'm going to do. But if you can help it, eat things with seeds. Grind up and eat the seeds. Because it can reproduce. It's very difficult. Yes, that's what I'm telling you this, Brittany, because they've been trying to get rid of the... Thank you, Delanique. Thank you, baby. Okay. I'm going to find it if you all can't see it. Thank you, Joan. Thank you for your donations. Thank you. And that reading, and that reminds me. Thank you, Quinta. Thank you, baby. That reminds me of what I said when I said Kanye came to me. And I did Kanye's reading, and they erased the reading off of YouTube, and they erased it off Facebook. They didn't even tell me. They didn't warn me. I just woke up and it was gone because his mother was in the reading, and Kanye was coming back to me asking me to read the mother by looking at the face, map her from years ago. Okay, so let me get to that. In the reading, the first one on Wendy Williams, when I was doing the Super Bowl night, and they opened the portal at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the Super Bowl of 2019, where the GOAT, I think Tom Brady, was playing. I think his team won another award, or his coach got another ring, which would be like 6'6" or 666. I think he was turning 66, and then that might have been the sixth one. So all the numbers were lining up. Okay, and then they went back to LA because I'm not sure LA didn't win. I'm not sure. I don't think they did, but I'm not sure. I think was LA here in 2019 at the Atlanta Super Bowl. Thank you for your donation, Sharon. Thank you. This being, I didn't know it was Cthulhu at the time, walked down here that had a TV head, and he said he wanted to tell me about Wendy Williams, and he was also one of the gods that would also represent Colombia in the Statue of Liberty, but also a transgender woman. It's male and female, the Statue of Liberty. I think it was made by an Italian, and there are different, I think maybe Sumerian gods in there. There's several names for it. He told me he was not going to get Wendy Williams well until she fulfilled her rituals and what she owed him, pay him what she owed him. And if she did not for giving her the TV show, The Fame and the Fortune, he was going to destroy her body with sickness and disease. And I saw that she had been abused and she was dealing with drugs. I also saw something with a central nervous system problem. And I don't think she's over it, and I don't think she's going to get over it. Thank you, Crystal, for the donation. I think something's still off with Wendy, and she's carrying a dead spirit, a physically dead spirit. Yes, J-Baby, I said in 2019, they want to say I'm crazy, but this stuff is on video. I don't have to make it up, which I'm sure they don't like me. So because a lot of people just don't like me, some people just don't like you. And they're going to go back and listen to see, did I say that or not? And they'll be glad to tell me that I didn't. But they just get quiet on me, just like there's a war, I think, going on, conflict with Ethiopia. And I said there will be going on, and with what's the other country? I know it's Israel has conflict or has something they're dealing with USA, Iran, Russia, China, and China with their space program. Also, what comes up to me is North Korea. What is it? The big news Brzezinski. He wrote the book called The Grand Chessboard. He's been coming to me. And he's talking about those areas that they wanted to control because they were always concerned about world domination, European world domination. So he mentioned those areas, Eurasia. I think he mentioned something about Eurasia. I have to go back and look at that because, like I said, I'm trying to make this short. Thank you for the donation, Daphne. Okay. He said he wasn't going to fix Wendy because Wendy did not do everything she was supposed to do with her husband in this situation, and she was okay with the husband cheating as long as he didn't embarrass her and bring it out in public. And he brought it out in public. The mistress was glad to bring it out in public and have the baby, and that really devastated her. And she's still dealing with that. But her mother, what I think physically died last year, the mother's very upset with her. The mother, Wendy Williams' mother, is still hanging around her. Wendy Williams has not dealt with, it looks like, the brain, the central nervous system, the breast too, the chest, going down the nerves into her body, and sometimes she can't move. She slumps down. I just saw that right quick. She can't move. She's sedated. So I don't know if they have to sedate her or if she's a drug addict. I don't want to say that, but I think she might have several addictions here that she's dealing with, along with her mother attached to her and a demon. I see it in the spine. Okay. Thank you, Divine Rain. That's right. Please click like, get the likes up. I know Mr. 24/7 Starbucks baby. Unfortunately, I see she still is a drug addict. She's addicted. She can't help it in some of the drugs she may need to deal with her pain and her issues. Central nervous system problems, brain, her nerves, moving through the nerves in the spine, the immune system. Her immune system's shot. A lot of times she doesn't eat. She can't. She hallucinates and she gets paranoid. She thinks she sees something's not there, but it is. She gets some kind of shot. It's not always pills. It's allegedly in the spirit. This is what the being. I'm not through with her. I'm not finished with her. So, and the mother's angry with her too. Draco, the dragon, the constellation of Draco, her oaths, she has to fulfill those. Those are not complete. What she's done is she wants to come back and complete the show and continue moving forward and get rid of the illness. The illness is something that was put there, and then with her past drug use, a past affair and baby she lost. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. It looks like she might have been pregnant, but she was pregnant more than one time. I'm willing to be wrong. Looks like one she did not have, she lost. And previous abuse, things are coming up in her that have not been healed. And all this stuff is hitting her in the face right now. Yeah, Nikki. Thank you, Trini. Yep. I'm so glad you got us a bodysuit. Well, it's a jumpsuit. Jumper. The spirit told me Cthulhu, which is a very powerful god that originates in the Egyptian mystery schools, then the European secretly took a hold of it. And where you will find it, H.P. Lovecraft. Because that's where he took me today. I've been so fucked up. I don't know what to feel, what to think. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Because let me tell you how it jumped up. When I was doing the third chakra meditation for sex and money, grounding and clearing the chakra, magic is in the third chakra. All the things that people have done to me, including my own mother, dealing with a lot of black magic and wanting to hurt and destroy her children. And all stuff about my mother, even after we did that meditation, I think that was last Saturday, I've been going through it in here. And I even saw my mother coming up, chasing me. We're fighting in the astral, her still trying to kill me, and me having to defend myself against her. Once I opened the third chakra, I just felt something coming here, stand behind me now. With all of the chanting and the rituals we were doing with the download, it was really, really heavy. Bobby, him has to go. Wow, thank you, Bobby. And Cthulhu has been here, and then he led me to H.P. Lovecraft. and which was one of the members of the secret European order. That's a very serious order. What do they focus on? Chaos magic. I even ran across a book where they deal with cyber sigils, cyber blood sigils, cyber rituals, and uploading them to the internet, uploading DNA to the internet. And what they've also done with the new gods and altering them with the transhuman agenda, I call it the Ouroboros, where the snake eats itself, puts the tail in the mouth and go round and round and round 360, but also the caduceus, which looks like two snakes, which is two strands of DNA. Also the dragon, the old brain, the old paleo mammalian brain, dealing with the serpent energy, which will be dealing with the coiled DNA, two-strand energy, where they claim the snake tricked Eve. But we're going back to the Garden of Eden, which would be in Africa, dealing with Ethiopia, Eritrea, which would tie into Nipsey's people. Okay. That's the first place of the Bible. They said that's probably the place of the Garden of Eden. But now they've activated the third strand. And for what Nipsey told me, there's not just two strands, that they've opened up a third strand of the DNA with the cloned DNA and trying to get the God gene and resurrect the... Now they're mummified. They took the tissues of certain Egyptian priests, male and female. They're taking the DNA and they're resurrecting them, merging them with the cloned strands of the demons and Satan that is coming through the CERN portal. Just like when Travis Scott was up there, he opened up one of the CERN portals. It's a smaller one, but it's connected. They're using that technology on the people. They're grooming the people, and him and whoever else, whatever entertainer was on that stage, and whatever entertainer was up there in that booth has already been cloned. Let me tell you, when I saw that, and I was doing the Wendy Williams reading, Cthulhu came here and said, and he brought his friend who was extremely satanic and homosexual. He was gay, but he came because Cthulhu told him to come here, but he hated women and he hated humans, and he was so nasty to me in my house. But the way he was, I started crying, and when I started to cry, he mimicked my emotion, the one that hates women and hates humans. He only loves men. He only loves human men. But he had so much hatred, and I didn't understand why he had so much hatred, but I still listen to him. So when I would cry, he'd go, oh, boo, 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 and laugh. And I'm sitting there wiping tears, and he's like, I don't care about your tears. I hate humans, and I hate women. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, we're open the portal. I'm going to turn out all of the boys. He's like, I'm going to turn out as many black boys as I can for them to get into rap and entertainment. And I'm going to disguise them and make them look like they're straight, but they're really gay. And they're going to have to take that oath. And if they don't take the oath, they're not going to get in. And I remember I saw this big, giant looking young black man that had the braids, and he was chocolate. Very beautiful and muscular. He was draped in diamonds, gold, and rubies. And he was a rapper, and he looked straight. And he said, we're going to present them like that to the children to draw them in. And it also looked like he was doing thank you for the donation, Akribia. I hope I didn't say that wrong. And we're going to use that to lure the poor children in the inner city areas. But we really don't like women. That spirit merged with them and merged with the DNA. It's like a 3D printing DNA. They can literally do this, like they 3D print guns and all that. They can 3D print DNA. They can make designer babies if they want to, and you think it's human, but it has no soul. It looks like a human, talks, but it has no soul. That's what they've already done. He said, that's what we're going to replace with hip hop. And these also are giants, the Nephilim. So they're going to pretend to be straight, but then when they offer young men and they target them for contracts and entertainment, they're going to have to do something sexual with the men, not have to do it with the women. And that is, they're flipping the mirror upside down. It's like you're mirroring someone, and like Travis mirrored himself onto the people when they have to walk through his head and his mouth. That's basically a skeleton shaped like death. And then you see who I'm wearing. I'm wearing my friend. This represents Travis Scott and the whole game. Jigsaw, goddamn ass. Told you about them puzzles and the crossword puzzles Nipsey mentioned last time. Jigsaw. Let's play a game. And see all these people making fun of me because Nipsey told me to come with the scary mask and the carnival and the tricks. That's what he did, Travis Scott. And that's what he's been doing. That's what they've all done. Like they said, he's had problems like this before. He said, we're going to destroy all the straight men in hip hop. How this ties into Nipsey? Because this was February 2019 of the Super Bowl. A month later, March, they killed Nipsey, who was a straight male in hip hop who was about family and children. They wanted to get rid of that and wanted to bring up the community. They're not looking for that. They're not going to support anyone that does that. You have to go and pretend to be that. Now, you can pretend to be that, but you can't really be that because you'll destroy this illusion of a system. You have to go. Yes, they're confused and they don't read and they don't listen. That's why I don't want to do all this, because I put myself in harm's way by doing this. And a lot of them, oh, you don't know anything, you dumb bitch, you stupid bitch. Yes, but you definitely don't know anything. Just because you're young, you haven't studied, you haven't read, you don't have life skills, you don't have life knowledge. And a lot of stuff I'm talking about, they've erased off YouTube. They've erased off the internet. And a lot of you are so lazy and silly as fuck. You want to see what your celebrity doing and what song they playing so you can tap your damn foot, take your mileage, jack your dick, and get fucked in the ass. That's not that. I mean, but I'm stupid? Okay. You say I'm stupid, but you can't even come up with a hypothesis to prove me wrong or to challenge what the fuck I'm saying, because you don't study and you don't read. And you don't possess the depth or the life skill. But you think you're smarter than me and better than me just because you're younger. You're a fucking idiot. And so that's why I don't argue with people anymore. From now on, they say something. Okay. It's just like a bitch. A bitch. Actually, she remind me of one of them old commercials, them Budweiser frog with them pop-ass eyes and them little bitty damn legs. Long ass leg with a little bit of kneecap and long ass spread out toe. Come over here and said that she knew Alpo and that Alpo never abused women, that he loves women and he would never abuse one. And I don't know what I'm talking about. And she's a psychic too. And I went to her page and saw she does readings. And she said that she was better than me. She was more gifted than me. And I chose to use my gift in a negative way. I didn't say nothing. A video popped up and Nipsey said, don't say nothing. Turn the video on. Don't say nothing. Just listen. Okay. So I sat down. I started playing it. And they said, the title is asking Alpo, what is the most gruesome, a real bad murder that he ever participated in? The title, something like that. So I ain't Nipsey, don't say that. I'm listening. The person asking him, he kind of talking slow, like he really don't want to say the shit. He getting around the shit real calm. Then he says, well, you know, my friend, I'm not sure he was talking about Wayne Perry, who's a known homosexual, who's a boy lover. And I said, Alpo like boys with booty. That booty. That big booty. That booty. Boy booty. I like boy booty. Okay. It's this white FBI agent that sat here and said that Alpo told him ain't nothing like a fat booty boy. That's what he said. And they tried to get the white man to change it. And the white man said, I'm not changing nothing. He did say that to me. And then the niggas, just like they do. That's why I don't fuck when you can't trust all these conscious niggas or these niggas that take up for a nigga that do dirty shit like that. We know that he killed. We know he admittedly killed 14 goddamn people. We don't know that's all Alpo killed only 14 people. That's just the one he fucking got caught with and admitted to. So the white man is right there. It's an FBI agent who's publicly saying that Alpo said ain't nothing like a fat booty. Boy, that's something like an old nigga say some shit like that back in the day. And the nigga's gonna say, well, maybe he was playing. And the white man said, no, I don't know. Maybe he was, but he said it. Hey, go ask Alpo, did he say that to me? The white man went back down. The FBI agent said that he said that shit. That's what he liked. Then as I'm listening to this other one, they're telling me be quiet. He's describing how him and his friend said a lady told on his friend and she was going to testify in court against his friend. They was driving a van or some shit like that and said the lady was a known junkie. The lady was out in the park. Somebody could see her in the open. Somebody gave her some crack. She smoked it, then said, Apple said he was in a truck. I don't know if he was driving. And one of the young men put her, he said, in a junkie hole or some shit like that, pulled her in the van. They started stabbing this lady, beating this lady, murdered this lady. I said, wait a minute. This lady just said, he said, I'm from D.C. I go brunch in D.C. and the straight men. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he did. When Alpo was alive when the FBI agent said it, he didn't screen the FBI agent. And so I went back to the psychic. I didn't erase her comment. I said, here's a link right here to prove that he has not only been abusive to some women. I didn't say he was abusive to all women. I said he had split personalities. And I still stand by it. He describes in detail how they stab up and murder this lady for talking too much and testifying to seeing his friend commit a murder. They have her inside of the van as they're helping. He's helping to stab and viciously fuck this lady up, murder her and throw her like trash outside. This psychic bitch gonna tell me, I saw that and I don't care about that. I still said he never abused any women. Oh, but he just helped stab this one up really good, murder her and throw her like a dead animal in the trash. And I looked at her body real little with some pop ass eyes. So your eyes as big as they damn is, bitch, you cannot see that is abuse to women and violence to women. So I don't know what the fuck you use your eyes for. I guess they popped out your head and buck. I don't know what kind of condition you got, bitch. I don't know if your eyes buck to open up to see all them dicks coming in and out your motherfucking mouth. Because that's all you can motherfucking see, bitch. You are not better than me. And I said that. You're not better than me. You can't see better than me, bitch. Because you just sat there and said that fucking shit with them big ass eyes, bitch. You said you see in the spirit world, goddammit. You sure you see in the spirit world, bitch? Or you see with them pop ass eyes, bitch? In the hell, bitch, you can't even see in the damn physical with them damn eyes because you seen right there where that man was calmly describing how he killed a female, goddammit. Motherfucker ain't shit. Just like I goddamn see it. Then I said when Jam Master Jay comes in here, they know each other. He know a lot of these motherfuckers up there in New York in that rap scene, that music scene. And then he got into some shit about Afrika Bambaataa dealing with some of them rappers fucking little children in a child and drug ring, a networking ring, long time, what, 80s, 90s or something said, a lot of them rappers, 90s. Early in the era, when did he go to jail? They say he got out in 2015. I think 2015. Before he went, and even when he went, he was still meeting people and hearing people in jail talk about the children, gay, and drug networks because they were also going on inside a prison, and they still do. So he's saying that about them and Afrika Bambaataa, African booty bottle, and I know that man is not lying on him. What that man name? They always be getting mad at that man. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Jalisa. They get mad at that man for telling that Afrika Bambaataa had raped him when he was a little boy, but it was another man I like. His Ronald. His name is Ronald. He said Afrika Bambaataa did to him too, and a lot of boys. What the name? Hassan. I believe Hassan. I believe him. Mm-hmm. I don't want to, I would never ask him about this. And I hope y'all don't take y'all motherfucking that y'all like Ron Savage. And I believe him too. But Alpo said that BAMBATA can suck some mean dick. So he can suck the sleeves off a dick. Said, man, you see why they want him in my house? The African BAMBATA, like by the time he got a dick in his lip, by the time he called, says all the way down his throat. So he takes a dick all the way down here. That nigga skeets down in his throat and have dick. Oh, dick. They put a bomb. Dick almighty. Dick almighty said he have it down. Open his throat up. Said BAMBATA can open his throat and just jam down on a dick. So he's a real premium dick sucker. Said that he had some niggas in that group he in, that organization that he in, that would guide and watch over him and protect him, and said that they was grown dick suckers, but they like to suck little boys' dicks. And when by the time they get teen, they have understanding. Said he had a, this is what Alpo said in the spirit, allegedly. I'm not saying this shit is true. I just see him coughing, like holding a dick when he comes. Like a foot-long sausage. You know how they be on the street? Some of them vendors be cooking them sausage and shit, or them foot-long on the street. He can take more than that, goddammit. Said he's a premium. He was trained lil. Said somebody had trained him sucking on a lot of dicks. And said, Alpo said that BAMBATA had a porn service, like he was shooting these children, had them watching porn and was shooting porn, selling to white men and polices. So he was hooked into polices, sucking white men's off. They let him know, and selling dope. So he threw the dope, sell the dope. I see him with a little plastic piece of pep, look like a goodies powder. So he might be, what's wrong with you? Oh, my head hurting. I'm just taking a goodie powder. Really, that's some powder up dope, chopped all up. When he sucks not that powder, he can really, I don't know, he had a pill or something like African BAMBATA. I don't know, he might have had some stomach problem because all that sperm be sitting down on his stomach. Then said the nigga's very gymnastic like. So you know he's a fat nigga. Said that BAMBATA is Zulu Nation. He can move his body and bend over and take dick all in the ass like a bitch and be bent over, taking dick down to the nuts and get a train. Train ran on him by young niggas. Young niggas with a lot of dick on them and a lot of energy, and said that they got this shit on tape. I don't know if he was willing. Oh my God. Look, how you think I feel? That's why you think I ain't been on here since last week. I've been trying to decide, should I say something? Because I ain't even going to say that. Said that they filmed that all in New York and moving to different areas. They had an underground parties where they do these sex rituals. Say these white men appointed him to come in like he's spiritual and Zulu Nation and all for the young boys and shit. Really, there was a cover. He's like a MK Ultra trained and sadistic and sick and raped, been fucked by men and shit, and he just real sadistic too. Like he'll be mean and aggressive to men and to boys, have niggas set up, have niggas killed, have niggas robbed, have them selling dope, turning their dope money in, getting them on dope so they can't tell their mama. Some of these niggas disappear or get locked up and set up. Said that white men in certain positions of power put him in there to bring out that homosexual agenda, that drug agenda, to help to destroy and devalue their worth and the society, to open it up for gentrification, to open it up for the prison industrial complex, and to get them boys inside their music industry by doing twisted shit, when It says something about the YMCA, them gay boys up there, them village people's boys, them white men with the village people. YMCA was the YMCA, was the village people's ever performing in. You say he had a mean throat. Well, excuse me, say he still got a mean throat. He just got more of an old people throat right now. Cause he said some of his teeth is like kind of crooked or missing something. But said when they out, he can take it down like an old woman, honey, or like an old ass man up there in a rocking chair, rocking back and forth, taking dick all the way down, coughing it down. Said they put him over there, and a lot of them niggas said, if you go back in the past and y'all look at some of these niggas that were hanging around BAMBATA, I said, yeah, he mentioned the YMCA. So he would get them boys out of there, and the YMCA had them boys. A lot of them boys be hanging around there. Don't let them be orphans or just hanging out. Their mama ain't out around. They picked them boys up. He had a crew that would pick up young boys or see young boys out with no mama or someone to hang around. He really liked them innocent. Thank you, McCarthy. He likes them with their mama looking for him. And then he told me, it broke my heart. He said some of they knew that they didn't have no daddy figure, and some of them tried to tell their mama. Not a lot of them, they was too scared of him and scared of the group. They was threatening to tell their mama on these grown ass men, busting them in their ass and sucking their little dick as they getting older. Then some of them boys liked it, hustling for him and getting their dick sucked by him. They just would never admit that shit because he give good head. He give real good head. Then he teach them how to suck him off, and then they have that shit on them porns on that underground, because a lot of them like little children. And then this lady was trying to ask him about her little boy, said he messed with him or bust his butt, and the boy was bleeding and crying. And then they had intimidated, threatened that lady so bad she knew not to tell nothing, because she was afraid they would kill her and kill the little boy for trying to fucking tell. A lot of that, he said, that was what Alpo said. Now, I could be wrong. Y'all know I'm willing to be wrong. It said the man had came back in here after I did, even though I kept telling him, you can't tell here because that shit is nasty. But then he said, after, when he said that, my ear perked up a little bit. And he said, what else he said about what the nigga was doing, and that they would get deals and go into the industry. He said, if you look back, not back, goddammit, and we said look back at it. Go back and look at some of the celebrities and rappers you were hanging around him, and they had got deals and got in the industry. He said because they had fucked at him or had got fucked it by him and sucked to my cum with no rubber. Let him come out in their mouth, and then a couple of his friends might come and bust nuts all in their mouth. And then some of these people came up with that packet. Herpes. Said a lot of them entertainment got herpes or come up with that goddamn packet and take that medicine on the low, or different strains of pneumonia, different virus and shit that they come up with. So if you see them back there with him, or they know him or associated, got deals through him, it was him and somebody else in that industry that had to fuck them, or that they had to suck him and he sucked at them. And then they hold that shit to blackmail them, and then they had to give him a goddamn cut at their contract. They know they better do it because he would tell that they was really gay on the low and be up there at that village up there in New York where them gay men's at, and said that YMCA mentioned the village people. And then said that AFRIKA BAMBATA like to deal with young men's children that had a mama around no daddy, and that as they got older started dating young men want to get in the industry and be around him that had girlfriends and had sisters. I said, why you don't fuck no women? Said because that was a cover for when the men dating women, he knew that if it's pretty women around, fine men gonna attract pretty women, and then they can pick up on a lot of men and get them to them parties, get them drunk and high and shit, and turn them out, go down on them, give them something. And then said he would teach men how to suck dick. He was involved with them trannies, them transsexual up there in New York too. Like this nigga was pimping. If I didn't, so they was coming across on neck, ready to kill for exposing truth. Well, he not the only one that said. The other boy said that he ain't bad down. He did it because somebody else is suing AFRIKA BAMBATA right now for that kind of shit. A young man before the statute of limitation run out. Pimping, putting them on men. Putting gay men up with boys that like to be was married to women. Secretly have sex with little boys, like not grown men. They like to have sex with little boys like 9 and 10 years old and bust them boys open. And then try to pacify them with music or doing a little nice shit for them or give them a little money. Taking them, it was like a group of men that had a group of boy prostitutes. And then as teenagers, they need money and work and stuff, drugs and prostituting them to a group of older men. And for some reason, I keep seeing it. He had police in his pocket to protect him, let him know what's going down, where they'll avoid or cover something up so that he don't get caught up in nothing. Just think, if somebody was doing that long, like what I believe I'm hearing Alpo say to me in the spirit, and he never got arrested, he never got caught, that means people higher up are protecting this man. And people inside the industry are just like him. And he's getting them boys, supplying them for them. They said there was a video that there was a transgender he used to sleep with and give advice to him, receive. Wow, okay, thank you. And that, what else he was saying? Yeah, he was pimping them and prostituting them young boys up there. And he said it was women that knew about that was helping to cover it. Like some of them men that was doing that had wives and girlfriends, and said that some of the men that he was sending them to let them fuck them boys or suck, make them suck they dick, they had girlfriends. And some of the girlfriends kind of knew or suspected it. Then they would give them money to be quiet. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. That's not really do. But a woman would have to know a man, is sick to do something like that to a little child. If you gay, that's one thing. They're really not gay. You AFRIKA BAMBATA gay and a pedophile. But the other ones, you're not doing it with a consensual grown man. You're doing it to a child. And you're exploiting them, and you're threatening them, and they're scared for their life, and they're scared for their mama. It was always someone they knew, and it's usually a mother, usually a female, that they were afraid was going to be killed or hurt. If you tell what I'm doing to you, and I'm prostituting you around here. That's what Alpo told me. He said, and these celebrities, you'd be surprised. A lot of them involved in this kind of thing, and then the child all of a sudden get missing or found out. A lot of them are sacrificed. And these private rituals, sacrifice. Thank you, Samika, baby. Thank you for the donation. And he said, you know, I was thinking about telling, I don't know if Alpo was getting ready to write a book up. I don't know if he was getting ready to do no interview or documentary, because that's kind of the vibe, like he was kind of teasing with it or slick saying little shit like, you know, I might do that or do a documentary about that's really going to blow it up. I'll make a lot of money. If I tell about these rappers and singers and entertainers, how they was tied to BAMBATA, all of a sudden this nigga get shot. God damn it. Now, I'm not saying that's the only motivation, but I'm wondering from what he just dropped this shit on me. Did somebody, goddamn it, did he say this shit or threaten this shit to the wrong motherfucker? And then they might have known, because it was several reasons that he got shot. And you know, for some reason, I don't know why, but I keep seeing a woman, not a woman he met. How they say the woman met there. A woman was a shooter. A woman was involved. Or woman had something to do with that shooting. It was, and then he was still trafficking while he was supposedly in protected custody, which means, was your ass just in protected custody, or was you also an informer? God damn it. Now, and you still doing your little thing, and they letting you do illegal shit so you can jam other motherfuckers up. I wonder if there's somebody locked up right now, God damn it, since he been out since 2015. Did he not only told our motherfucker to get out early, but did you do some new shit? to a younger generation you were dealing drug with and other things that I seen you damn doing while you fucking bitches on the low behind your wife's back. See, I'm really wondering, was you just in protective custody? Was you also an informant selling dope, dealing dope, and they let you do that goddamn shit, and then they might have had to target you for extinction, or you got caught up in the middle of some shit you were doing that you wasn't supposed to goddamn do, and they went on and let them cancel your motherfucking ass out. Organized crime. See, I really, yes, Mr. 247, R. Kelly, his pedophile ass. I told y'all he was going down. Thank you, Indigo. He had to be protected. BAMBATA was protected then. He probably protected now. Because I don't see him liking women. I don't see him in love with women. He is twisted. He has a fetish for little boys. And it's a network that's straying from New York, undercover, underground, different parts of the United States, and overseas. And it ties into music. Help to twist them boys and make them sick and get on dope and do anything they tell them and get in them fucked up ass contract and then still have to be slaves to the system. It's a record label, exec music industry, government contract, Empire, Atlanta, Dead Jam. All of them was Kid Cudi wearing a white wedding dress. Now, thank you for bringing up Kid Cudi, because that take me back to goddamn Kanye ass. When Kanye mama told me she grabbed her goddamn mouth when she seen him with Amber Rose and said that Amber Rose know a lot of his secrets that she didn't tell no goddamn body. And his mama said that she had seen Kanye with a transsexual. Said in the way it looked at it was real, real white. That's in that video. They took my damn video down. I don't have a copy of this shit. Real white with some blonde hair, like Marilyn Monroe, with some big lip. And a made on titties and an ass with a little bit of stomach, like shaped like, nah, it wasn't Jeffree Star. It's Amanda Lepore. Born a white man and became a transsexual. That's what the mama said. That he was close to Amanda Lepore, the mama told me. Now, see if you can find anything on it with him and Amanda, not Jeffree. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't with Jeffree. I ain't said that. I just said that's not the one the mama showed me. Showed me Amanda. Thank you, see, Magdalene and Yeezy. See, and Kid Cudi. See, I wonder about that because see, you look at Travis Starr. He is tied to Kanye and the Kardashians. See. He really not too far from them. See, that remember I told y'all like a week or two ago, Kanye came to me and there were these two police, like security guard. Get your motherfucking ass out away from her. And he told me, what I do? I just want to talk. I want to ask about. No, you can't ask about your mom. Get your goddamn ass out over here. And then I moved again and I said, what the fuck? Why they doing it to him? He did nothing. And then he followed me again. He had his mama picture on like a printout piece of paper like this. And when the real picture print, then he put his finger on it and pushed it toward me on the table with his one finger, like by his thumb. Right? Can you read that right there? I want you to talk to my mama for me and give me. Get your motherfucking ass out of the way. We told you you can't talk to her. We don't want you fucking talking to her. So I said, why they keep doing Yeezy and like that? Like, yeah, what the fuck going on? So he said, I'm tired of y'all fucking with me. I ain't doing nothing to nobody. He said, you not talking to her with two, had like some police outfit on, but the police uniform was kind of too big and wrinkled up and shit on the side. They didn't have no nice crease in the pants, like they had starched the pants, like they was some rental center cop, like not no real goddamn police down here in Atlanta. Then they went out there, kind of looked like a park, like an amusement park or something. Went out the building I was in, went over there across the street. You had to walk across D2 Street and sat in the car. And when they was sitting in the car, two of them, two twin demons came up and their eyes moving around just like flashlight. Thank you, Shaka. And started revolving around like that. Then all of a sudden I could have, like you turned an engine on, but the engine don't completely turn over. It was an electronic type of click, electronic bomb, and it said boom, and there was a fire all around uh the building I was in. Then that made me think about this shit with Travis Scott, because I looked up there, they already got a walk through his head of death, which means that he is initiate. He's his astrodome. He is in the astral. Also, with every human being that has their DNA mapped and to reduce down the binary code and open up a third strand of DNA, which Nipsey told me it's like 6, 6, 6, and 6 layered up, which would be the number of man. But then it's more strands of DNA they don't tell you about, come from Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt. But then he said the ley lines on the land and the maps have deliberately been crossed and destroyed. There's more than one map for every city. He said, and it's a whole bunch of water. It's more water on the earth than you would know. And they're also getting this from Antarctica. These beings that are bringing this information, and the Nephilim live in different parts of Antarctica. And they get that knowledge, and also the Nazi agenda and the Hitler agenda, the racial agenda to kill off other non-white races. They are meeting in Antarctica. And that goes back to my reading. They were talking about killing the real rappers in the industry, getting rid of the real men, and bringing ones that are not lovers of family and women, but lovers of themselves, loving each other and pretending to be female. He also, I'm not sure if it was that first reading I did on Nipsey or the second one, when he wanted to come back over here and see his mother and let his mother know that he was still alive spiritually and outside of the body. His soul was still moving here. He had with him Steve Jobs, Nikola, Tesla, and Einstein. Well, those are the ones that are over this reading right now with Nipsey, Nikola, Tesla, Steve Jobs, which was also associated with Bill Gates. That's also a part of this agenda, and the CERN program, and the world starvation and malnutrition and vaccination, and certain amount of elimination of humans, particularly African ones, the ones of African descent. He say, I spoke to Nikola Tesla briefly. Nikola Tesla, the government really didn't like Nikola Tesla because he is the one that wrote the program for some of the parts of CERN, as well as Einstein. Now, Einstein, Albert Einstein, is also still alive. They have these people encapsulated, and they tell you that they are dead. Steve Jobs said Bill Gates was the one that wanted to get him out the way. And I think him and Bill Gates own a company together, or started a company together. They've been over there. See, yes, baby, Nikola Tesla was in like the first or second reading, along with JFK and MLK and Einstein. They was with Nipsey. They burrowed out a hole and created a portal. So now I know there was a certain portal they were telling me about to come from that side, those dimensions, back through to this side so he could see his mother. That's why I'm thinking about this shit, and I said, God damn, 2021, this done took me backwards to go full circle with the Nipsey ring, because he told me that shit, and that he was hanging over there with Steve Jobs, Nikola Tesla, and Albert Einstein, and JFK, and MLK, George Washington Carver, Harry Tubman, which was telling me about the North Star and the Underground Railroad, which will also deal with the Underground Railroad under the goddamn marathon, goddammit. And let me say something to you motherfuckers. Not that it mean nothing to me, because I already know some of you motherfuckers just don't like me. It's been 2 years. Almost 3 goddamn years. They sent it to me in the email. It's on YouTube, goddammit. Nipsey real estate agent and real estate advisor, goddammit, came out and said, not said, said, that he believed one of the main reasons Nipsey was killed because of his real estate, and mentioned what? The Underground Railroad. Somebody. Anybody, goddammit. Somebody. Ha! How much? Church in the spirit. If I'm lying, go get it. Go get it. Sit down, talk to him. I'm crazy. I got a mental problem. I'm obsessed. Bitch. If this what obsession is, bitch, I love it. Because that mean a nigga might be a little bit obsessed with me, too. He might have a little slight crush on me. A little attachment to me, goddammit. Yes, in the bank. You know, but I'm such a liar. The article came out later. Thank you, Black Cherry. And LAPD was targeting them. See, you see, I tried to tell y'all the Kang Crip, one of the Kang Crip of the West Coast, came to the dirty South, turned me out, because the Crip is all over my motherfucking house. And he also came to see AKTVP, the OG of Alexyss K. Tylor Vagina Power. You see what I'm saying? That nigga turned me all the way out. I'm cripping and dripping in this motherfucker. Kingdom Queen drip. You see what I'm saying? It's all right. It's all right. You ain't got to say that I was right. You ain't got to say it. Oh, hoe ass bitch. But see, you can go look back at my first read. Well, I said that goddamn shit. Thank you, baby. Period. Drip. Thank you. See. So all the laughing and shit and talking about me and all that, you know, it's worthwhile, goddammit. It's worthwhile. You know, I could take it. I'm gonna cook the nigga some shit tomorrow, goddammit. Yeah. Dripping and dripping in this motherfucker, bitch. Oh, I got to add an extra camera up there. Because this nigga done got down, goddammit. Drip! And there! So I'm saying. Thank you, ghetto. Drop the mic. It's all right. It's all right. I ain't through yet. Nigga ain't through. Nigga still got some more slick shit that the nigga want to say. You know what I'm saying? Nigga still got too much sauce. I'm saying. So I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm saying. But yes, the marathon continues in this bitch. Because he ain't through. So to get his goddamn justice. Now, just the big crib. Okay? Yes. I was down when they sent me the email the other day. I said, you know, I'm tired of this and these people fucking with me. But, you know, when I hear stuff like that, that just make me want to keep on going, you know, for the king. You know, because they, you know, y'all don't know the dirty shit they have done to me and still doing the shit they say. But, you know, that just kind of eased the pain a little bit, goddammit. Fuck I was saying. Because the shit get heavy, how he was breaking that shit down. And then, yes, Nikola Tesla, that he say they have these space capsules because they didn't like Nikola Tesla. If y'all look back at his story, Nikola Tesla died broke and the government stole his patents and inventions or took his stuff and patented it because he wanted to deal with solar panels, I think dealing with water systems, helping people that were poor, that showed they didn't have to be poor, and the wealthy want to keep people jammed and take their money in electricity. Because I think him and was the other man trying to discover the light bulb, and he had a slave that actually helped him do it, and they stole their inventions and said that, well, you know, they were slaves, they was property, so, you know, we can take it from them, it wasn't his, it was mine, and they were using it. And Nikola Tesla had already came up with a lot of these inventions for electricity. But from what Nipsey told me and what Cthulhu told me is when you go back, we had electricity and whole civilizations before they were destroyed and as well as flooded, like Atlantis was flooded to suppress the knowledge in the ET technology that they were given in the cities because they wanted to take it from the original rulers of the planet and the original Egyptians. And so they traded, they made deals with the extraterrestrial and stole the technology and enslaved the original owners of the planets or rulers of the planet. And basically, they disobeyed God. And they disobeyed a lot of the sacred text and put us in the position that we are in. So I'm talking to Nikola. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And Steve Jobs is very unhappy. And he was saying he didn't naturally have a cancer. Was it a stomach cancer or intestinal cancer? He said he did not. That was a way to take his things from him and to move him out of the way. And I'm wondering, like, why is Bill Gates coming up with Steve Jobs? There was an issue. He said he didn't have it. They gave it to him to get him out of the way. Thank you, Atlanta. Atlantis, goddammit. Atlantic. Record. See, they picked those names for a reason. And to dominate and control and deceive and oppress and annihilate people and now reduce the people and reduce the population so they can destroy the ones that are human, that don't want to go along with the program. But also, let me tell you something very quickly. I want you to watch the people that came to the Travis Scott concert because they were marked for death. There are not just 8 people that have died. There were witches in the audience, and he is one as well, and the other celebrity with him, and the ones up in the booth like they in the Roman Colosseum, where they let them demons on them. All of us and their system are like nodes, and they have our information out of space. They have the DNA, and they have a clone, another set, a hybrid set of DNA where they have opened the 3rd strand and opened the gate. The gates for CERN and demonic portals and activity have been opened going back to 2008, 9, but they really had this technology since what? Maybe the 50s or 60s. They had the portals, and they got it from who? Our ancestors in Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, and there are other parts. They mentioned the Bermuda Triangle, Tanzania, the creature from Jekyll Island, dealing with banking, finance, and stocks. They watch that. They watch your phone. They get your personality to deal with predictive programming and precognition, pre-crime, like the Minority Report, because they look at our shopping and our habits, things we say, things we don't say, things we do, things we don't do, to predict what your action or lack of action or behavior or non-behavior is going to be before you do the shit and come up with pre-cog crime. You are a node with a number, not a letter. And with every human that has a node, because everything in your body, in your node, in your hair, in your brain is also found in planets and stars out of space. They've already mapped the human genome and created a hybrid of it, AI, under artificial intelligence. So a lot of people ain't gonna be here long. That same program, they take that with you identifying as a node and a number and create a mirror image of you, which would be an avatar. So when y'all motherfuckers get on all these cartoons and all these video games, which also make me think of Kobe's death and the cartoon he was in, and tell me about the avatar. And when Nipsey told me that Jay had stole his weed and cloned it, and before they killed him, he created an avatar of him in a cartoon, an avatar of himself, showing him killing him and stealing the DNA and cloning the DNA. I see that this is true. This is what they do with the video game. There's an avatar of every human being. It blew my mind when I looked at a video of Travis Scott. Travis Scott have a cartoon of himself, and his avatar is in the cartoon, real big, about 14, 15 feet, like a giant with the shirt off, muscular, with the earring on. Made me think about what I told you with the Super Bowl when the avatar was standing outside, chocolate and fine, draped in rubies and gold. That soul is sold through its booty hole. Pretend to be straight, but not. He done took the oath of the Baphomet and got. and then use that to lure all these young people because they focusing on children's. What is the name of it? I seen it today on YouTube. I forgot the name of the cartoon. What they call that cartoon series that made with his cartoon and he rapping and singing. In the goddamn video, what he calling dystopia, and told in the video, what, a year ago, a few months ago, told them people they better be prepared or get ready in the video in this chaos. He letting it loose. He liked that demon on him that letting it loose. That was his avatar up there on that stage. That he started getting hyped up. That demon. He opened that portal up, and you know that remind me up there on that stage, Witch's Mountain. Go back and look at that old film. Was it by Disney called Witch's Mountain? Looked like a satanic and witch mountain where they was all them demons up there on stage, and he had key people in there dealing with mind control, psychedelics, and drugs, and witches in the audience, and then dealing with that thing with them children. Pan's Labyrinth, with that white, real pasted thing like to eat them children. Pulling them in, calling them in. Because I was so surprised. Like, why is a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old, why is some young children doing at a concert? Parents just bringing them there for the slaughter. To be spirit cooked. Right there, live and in living goddamn color. And then some of them people, that demon and that frequency they turned on, that frequency to open that portal up, was pulling people's in there where they was jumping the fence or climbing over the fence, didn't even have no ticket. They said that everybody came in there had to be vaccinated, but there was some people saying they know for a fact everybody wasn't vaccinated because they were getting a fake vaccination card just to fucking get in there. So the one that was, that act that 5G. Turned that on and activated that. Then they had people, because see, there's a secret order that was there. This had to be done on this particular day. Shooting motherfuckers in the damn neck. Shooting their ass up on some real psychedelic shit. And they falling out on that fucking fentanyl and shit. Popping them pills. They was willing to be high. They wanted to be there as a part of the ceremony, but didn't know they would be the meat that's feasted on by the beast. God damn it. They unleashed the beast on that ass. As soon as he opened the portals up, and then I seen a flyer, but that was a magic sigil. Where they were taking the red pill or the blue pill, God damn it. Which one you wanted? Because on the sigil says, see you on the other side. And one of the little people that they drawed on there were blue. Then they go through the door screen like you out there, the fucking circuit, the amusement park that was shut down and goddamn closed. And then you go on the other side, the one body was red. So one was red, blue over here. Then the little person that was drawn with a little head and a little stick body was goddamn red, blue and red. Red pill, blue pill. So you go from one matrix to, and you go through there and you go through another. See, after they go into your astral dome, goddammit. You in the astral world, you on astral turf, and now we're going to go in your dome and take you into the astral. We're going to take you into an astralscape, an astral zone, a dreamscape, goddammit. Because we're going to open the portal and unleash this violent demon to devour your motherfucking ass. And get you this psychedelic drug, pharmakia, with this demon on it. Because for me to go up to a higher level, I need to kill some motherfuckers tonight. I need to sacrifice them, and y'all are willing sacrifices. So the end there's a frequency. Because I talked to one of the demons, started talking to me. He said that he knew that's what we do. He opened them and unleashed us on them. This ain't the first time he unleashed us on them. He have to do that because he want to excel and he want to go to the highest level. He said it look bad, but it ain't really bad for him. All they gonna do, they got so much money. The company he with, they used to this. They had him do this. They sanctioned this and they helped to provide the technology for him to experiment and do this and open the portal and unleash the beast on these motherfuckers. It's literally like this nigga got a whole bunch of demons with hellhounds and got them on a leash and then sick the motherfuckers on. They don't even know it. Take the hook off and sick them. Because I seen, and then they go devour him. He said, this is the agreement that we have, but they just don't know. And then he can get prize reward. How they going to do it? Take the insurance, the one that bought their ticket, got hurt and dead and shit. They going to pay for the funeral. They going to pay it off. That's not nothing to him to pay that little shit, that little money to pay that shit off because they got the insurance to cover that shit. They already knew that was going to happen anyway. So y'all think y'all hurting him and bankrupting him? Y'all not going to bankrupt him. That's not going to mean a motherfucking thing. This is what we do. Give him a few pennies, a little trinket. Because we done made millions upon millions off of it anyway. And the demons going to bless us back because we blessed them and we gave them the blood. Because I ain't want to do my little girl or my mama or my daddy or my bitch, goddammit, or my nigga I got on the side. So we're going to pull this shit on them. Pull the wool over their ass, goddammit, while they down here with me and Jigsaw at the goddamn clothes movement park, goddammit. It's just not that he really not sorry about that goddamn shit. If he's sitting up there crying, there's some fake cry. He done put that Visine or whatever they did up them dropping his eye and let them run down like that. Oh, no. Because this is now you have made the demons proud. They're going to reward him. Let's watch him. And the next year and see where he go. He just resting because the fans is upset. He really not depressed going through that shit because he with them demons and fuck with that shit they with. You see what I'm saying? So demon told me they already had this plan. They done already did the demonic chanting and the demonic frequency and barrier around and pull motherfuckers in. He said, I don't know what the tickets look like. If anybody can show me what a ticket look like or you got one, goddamn it, show me. Because he said, with the tickets, the demons, they told me, they start going to people's house. So they thought going, because said Travis is him and the other one, they have been counting this down and meditating and chanting on this with the days bringing the dead energy in. This is a sacrifice period, like I had tried to tell y'all while y'all was laughing at me, goddammit. And they go out through the internet, whenever he on a chat, on a live web performing that, through their phone and through the goddamn video. They already have it wired up in the goddamn video. So they start going in people's house, getting in their mind and going through their mouth. Mama, daddy, I want to go to the concert. I want to see Travis Scott. Goddamn it. Well, we got to go. Well, we got to drive out. They start nagging and nagging and nagging. See that demon in the house? That demon I got in their Astrodome. That went in the Astro and done got in their mouth. Goddamn it. Now they floating on that frequency. They riding that way. They obsessed with him. Everything he do, everything they see. Oh, you know, celebrity you so upset with. That's how they do it. They go and travel through there and they be on that master. And now they got you on video and audio. You can just watch the shit. So to get on the radio, have to buy an album or CD. They started prodding certain people to buy a ticket. He said every ticket got a number code on it. Just like I told you the node and the number code based on a binary code and your frequency and a particular bloodline, a particular genetic line that they was looking for that motherfucking night. And you know there was fractures and weakness in their own drug, they drinking, or their mama, or some type of demonic entity or curse they got on them anyway. To tune into that frequency or something going on with the cell or shot. Drive them that way. So when they get that ticket, we start scouring tickets, numbers on tickets, genetic codes on tickets, names. And if they line up on a certain level of gematria, we taking their ass out. And they don't know. He said it's not personal. You know, if they got feelings, we don't get into human feelings. We just feel with the blood of the one that have taken oath to us, and we let their ass know, do or die. Do you want to ride in the backseat of a caddy? See, do you want to ride, nigga? Do you want to ride this wave, goddammit? The hearse is pulling up with the skeleton face on it, goddammit. And we inviting these motherfuckers into Astroworld, motherfuckers. Now, you gonna do this, and you're gonna bring a certain amount here we want with a certain blood we want. And when they put this money and this electronic cloak, clink, and you get the electronic titty, clink, and you put it out, and they got a certain number on there, a certain DNA on there, Then Trevor, we're going to bless you. Because you blessing us. And you do what we ask you to do as he said, as the certain human, he said we started to. He opened that portal up, Trevor, opened it up on him. And he went into trance and his avatar came out. He said we started the head demon. Man, it was so many of them they showed me. He said it was sets of them. It was groups of them. It was male demons and it was female demons coming out, walking the crowd, picking who they want to set a wave of energy out and a frequency, a tone out. And then that music loud, literally, they are drowning in the ocean of a particular energy and a frequency that the demons had brought based on the spells they had cast before the concert started that was so heavy, it literally like sucking air, crushing them in the chest and the windpipe. He said, we are taking the soul and the essence out of them. And as we are taking it, we become more alive and we're taking their body and then we walk in into this realm to dominate more through the portal. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's real. It's real as fuck. And the shit going on every fucking day. And he's not the only one that did it. Rock stars were doing it back in the day. Now they tied the rock into the hip hop. See? And tied that music in there with that synthesizer. As he's singing on that, or rapping on that synthesizer, is people looking up there at him, hollering, help, help. So they were dying. Hell, he ain't hear it. And then I think he did say something, but he didn't stop the shit. Or whoever was with him didn't stop the shit because he could not stop the shit. You were paid. They done promoted. They doing this show. You stop this shit. It's going to lose a lot of money. You're not going to do that. That'll create problems. You don't want to get a refund. You want to keep the shit going on. And then you basically, either way, you stop it, you don't finish it, people going to want their money back. You're going to have a problem with them goddamn demons that don't finish, and the promoters around it, and people who own those arenas that also in that shit, and in that vampire shit, that let you do that shit, and co-conspirators and partners in you doing that shit. They with that shit you with, goddammit. They know what the fuck going on. So that music's so loud. I can understand when you can't hear. And then the demons get in. They riding the wave. They riding the beat. And they had people chanting out there to help take the soul out. So the demon telling me that he know what it is. That's what he do. That's what he do for us. So we can come through and anybody like him. He ain't the only one we got doing it because we got a certain deadline. We got to dominate the planet through chaos magic and we got to bring it in. See? And I seen some of the video and them people, some of them eyes crossed and buck. I know they high, but a lot of them, you can't move. You got people wall to wall, you can't really move. And they high and they can't get out. And they pressing up against each other and they're hot. They jammed in and the demon is loving it. Because I got you where I want you. And now I'm going to do what they let me do. Like a serpent, I'm going to put my mouth over your mouth, eyes over yours, lay on your chest and suck the soul out of you to your very last goddamn breath. It wasn't everybody. It's certain ones at every show they pick based on their frequency and their blood type and bloodline that they are needing that also ties into the CERN program and the NASA program because that is space technology and what they'll do trying to line man with machine and take you out of space and use the satellites and the towers and the phone and hook your ass up to it. So it's one world leader, one world government. Everybody's in sync on the same mind, the same computer mind, bringing in one world order. You see why I really don't want to repeat this. Really don't want to get into this shit. And then you know who else it bothered me when I seen Travis turn at one piece of footage and he walked past walking on the stage. I saw Jim Jones Jim Jones and Jamestown, where they done drunk the goddamn Kool-Aid and they round there sticking motherfuckers in the neck and shit and jamming them in there and forcing them in there. Oh, you don't want this? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, because y'all paid to come in here. Y'all done jump the fence to come in here. Y'all bow down. Y'all worshiping me, but y'all don't realize it's not me. This is the avatar that you bow down. I bow down to my daddy, goddammit. My daddy is in the building, and now I done jammed you motherfuckers and make you seduce yourself to come in here. Now I'm finna feed. Don't say nothing, goddammit. Niggas getting stabbed. Niggas dropping. And I see it was all races of people in there. They can't breathe. They screaming, help me, I can't breathe. Pray to God. Because he can't hear you as I'm staring through the world in my rear view. Tupac. Staring through the world in my rear view. Scream to God, he can't hear you. The only one can hear you is the damn Draco, the serpent god, that up there on that stage. They told them people to get like they jammed them niggas up over there at Jamestown and made them drink. They goddamn Kool-Aid, that's right, West Side. But then said that when they examined them motherfuckers, they had hypodermic needle mark in their neck, goddamn it. Stuck down with needles over there in Jamestown. And when the goddamn Kool-Aid, they were sticking them with a knockout drug. And they knocking niggas out. Then one lady talking about they got security people that ain't never did no goddamn security at the last minute got done do a job, knowing they cannot control them crowds. Said there was this lady sitting there with this necklace on her damn neck, a locket, open the locket up. So at the same time, her and a group of motherfuckers dug down in they locket. Snow that shit in front of the goddamn Houston Texas police. So she looked at the police and said, what? You see them sniffing that shit and you ain't gonna say that? So the police told her, look, this is what they do at the concert. There's so many of them, I can't lock up all of them. So they just sniffing. Police letting them do what they want to do. Probably in there drinking, falling over themselves, fucking, and they're flirting with bitches. I mean, man, a whole Sodom and Gomorrah in the motherfucker. And that said they were behind there where she had security. She couldn't control. Said she looked at the fence. All of a sudden, looked like 100 motherfuckers jumped over the fence, climbing, start like a sea of people diving over the goddamn fence. And she told me, what am I gonna do? That's why I wonder why she's security with no training and shit, no gun. But even if you had one of you, what the fuck are you gonna do? 100 children high on that shit, on that goddamn fentanyl powder pill. What the fuck you gonna do with them? And damn Jigsaw them told them they could come in there and let's play a game. And they fucked up in the head and demons all on them. See, Demon told me, he said, yeah, a lot of these people that's talking and talking about what happened and they were there, you better watch their ass, cause I don't know. Then they talking about suing me and suing Travis. I don't know what they're gonna get out of this, because if they get some money and they signed it, they're gonna be some demonic money. He said a lot of them people, he said they said were 8 dead. He said some more finna die because the demon, a male one and a female one that looked like a damn mix between a wolf and a centaur. The fuck this thing looked like a goat. Like a goat. A centaur. It was standing up on his 2 hind legs. He looked just like a centaur. But it was Satan. But it had some hoofies. With it half frizzed. With some ears like an animal. With some sharp teeth. It was real smart. Kind of looked like Sir Nunos too. That would be the Satan of Lucifer of the woods. He come out the woods. He said, we followed them home. So the ones we didn't kill at the concert, that we got our name on them, we got their number on their fucking ticket, we got their damn ticket. Got their number, man. We won't kill their ass when they be looking in the mirror and they be talking, we coming through the mirror. There's another portal, because they still, some of them so fucked up that they getting high at home because they seen people die or stepped over dead folks and shit, and they still traumatized about what the fuck they seen. So through the trauma, the portal is still open. And because it's open and they in a lot of pain and getting high, we follow them because of the drug use and because of the trauma, because they got that fucking ticket. So some more folk gonna OD or come up dead or get sick. and have mental problem talking at their head. I said, so it ain't just 8 gonna die. He said, no. It gonna be more than 8 die. They're gonna be fucked up or commit suicide. And we just ain't gonna hear about all of them. They mind ain't gonna never be right. He said, because the portal was open for us to get on them. You said, I can't look at pictures and videos and make my head hurt, block out the energy. I looked at, I ain't never heard it. I said, oh my God. He said, yeah, you got to be careful what you sign up for and where you go. Thank you, Gala, for the donation. And he said, we're going to hang around them because they don't know we're there. And they haven't exercised us from their body, their mind, their spirit. He said, so we're in their aura. We in every part of their life. They drive their car, they drink, they eat. He said, some of them might end up not being stable on the road. Thank you, Lexi, there for the donation. And said also go into the internet, the Bitcoin, the cashless society, the currency. They are jamming that frequency up. They control all of that, which will also tie into Nipsey. Him trying to educate and teach people about the value of Bitcoin. They're tearing that down. He said, and they are using the CERN portal to unlock the bottomless pit, to open it for Satan to rise on earth and be over God, because he feels like with his technology and locking into everybody and watching them and have these towers, you don't have no freedom and no cameras. See, that's how he can control it. Not naturally with his natural ability. He has to do it through technology and cloning and humans merging with a machine. They have the key to unlock the bottomless pit by moving through CERN and the beast computer. The beast computer is the world computer. They have everybody's name, number, and social, and blood and ID. They're going to run everything through the beast computer. It is hooked up through the major computers, and they also, some of these companies have helped to produce a different computer that runs CERN. CERN is underground. It just like when you see the movie Stargate, they were trying to tell us back then that that's what they were working on, bringing particular deities, how they brought that Egyptian god back to life through that portal on the first Stargate, that you couldn't tell it was male or female. Because when you're dealing with these gods and demons, fallen angels that are also constellation, connected to constellation, then a lot of them are androgynous beings, not male or female or both, like a hermaphrodite style. And that's how they say Akhenaten. That's why he was built like that. He might have been a hermaphrodite, which was also an ET, an extraterrestrial. That's where they were getting their secrets and their technology from, because they had the same technology in Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, and it ties again into the Bermuda Triangle, Tanzania, all these people of color around the world. Cuba. I don't know why we need to look at Cuba. I wonder what else is going on with Cuba. And under the sea, they mentioned Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, underground, whole cities underground. The military runs these cities, and they're full of water, fresh, sanitary, clean water and vegetation that we will not get up here, because they're destroying it up here to kill as many motherfuckers up here that they got slated on the list that are undesirables to them, that they don't want. Okay. They used quantum math. They used computers and math to open up the portal up there on that stage with Travis Scott. And that's what you're using when you're dealing with CERN. You're dealing with quantum mathematics. And when you're dealing with, like I say in the Bible, we don't really understand that. They have been not taught, especially so-called black people, so behind and ignorant. They don't want you to know nothing. And that's the race at the bottom of everything that's going to be consumed, because your mind is on the wrong fucking shit. Instead of studying science, law, and technology and politics. And it's too late. It's too late. Because a lot of y'all don't want to read no goddamn way, and don't want to study no motherfucking thing, and locked out of all these technology jobs and fields because you don't run it. And they look at it as a joke. I want to know who got their titties did and what color lace front wig they got on, and who they fucky and sucky, and how much they house a new car called, and what they new song that you can pop your put and suck a dick on. That's dumb shit that you think is important. That they use to keep your motherfucking ass distracted with the demonic frequency of the goddamn beat. And dealing with the Tesla, when Nikola Tesla he come in, he said it's also dealing with a 369 frequency. And the geometric codes of his 369 when you deal with the principles of Nikola Tesla. Man, that shit. My stomach been tore up and I've been hearing this shit. Been trying to, why y'all, I ain't even want to say this shit. I just felt well enough tonight to say this shit. And dealing with these keys to open up the bottomless pit. It's just like a key on a cryptocurrency. There's a series of numbers and codes on it. When you're dealing with the key, it will also deal with the number code and the key in the computer that will activate the quantum code, quantum numeric code, to open up the key to the bottomless pit, to allow Lucifer into this domain. And they done already let a lot of the demons in. All hell is going to break loose more floods, more hurricane, more earthquake, these big old potholes you've been seeing for years, and how people here, the strange knocking and shit under the ground. A lot of that is tied to that CERN computer, that CERN portal, opening up and letting them motherfuckers in and out. Working on that, perfecting that, letting it in and out, and then you see streets collapsing down and shit. Because them fuckers come in here, that's what the fuck they come in here to do. Because they want to take over the planet and dominate the planet. And it looks like they are already doing a very good job of it. And got a lot of people selling out to goddamn do it. Make sure to get the candles. See them, because they talk a lot of the time. Absolutely beautiful. Showing up there at the top. I see they're giving off that energy. They're so pretty. This is going to become a prison nation. Prison, excuse me. Not prison nation. Prison planet. Prison planet. Where everybody, just like with the movie, I always think of Wesley Snipes' Demolition Man, Minority Report with Tom Cruise, I Am Legend, what's the other one Will Smith was in when he didn't know he was being tracked because there was a chip on his clothes. With Regina, that was his wife. He had the wife and a little girl. And they could zero into him anywhere in the world. And they do that to everybody right now. Now, to take it even further, dealing with the video games and make it fun. And you have your avatars. And the phones are getting smaller and smaller to wear in your hand. And little trinkets you can wear. The next move, which a lot of people will be happy to do, well, why don't you just go and let us put it in your wrist like a tattoo? Why don't you let us do brain mapping like with Elon software, Elon Musk, the software he has to put the brain mapping inside of the back of your head and then unfold it and link the mind of man with machine. That's what everything you do, everywhere you go. You're not yourself anymore. And once those nanoparticles that all of us have inhaled, those metallic nanoparticles, they'll be activated with a shot or when you take the mark of the beast. And you won't be able to control your mind, your thoughts, or your feelings anymore. You'll be devoid of emotion, and it'll be easy for you to kill a human, which is humans that they don't like anyway. Oh, wow. It just said, I was just live. Did everything I say, it just said, you've reconnected. Oh my God, I hope everything was recorded. Yes, the Neuralink. And I said, Nipsey told me that, and they laughed. And then it came out that I was telling the truth. Yes, the God gene. And they believe they found the God gene and that it is Satan. That's God. That is their God that people on high are bringing in. And this is in Revelation. So the Great Tribulation has to come true. Where is it coming from? It's coming from on high. The black pope and the white pope. The ones you don't see. That are under Jesuit. See, I've already said too much. I don't want to talk about this anymore. But people kept begging me to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Because I'm putting myself at risk. And if y'all don't donate and to support me, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Because something happens to me, y'all will be like, oh my God, that's so sad. R.I.P. And that's it. After I put myself at risk, and then you're not going to take over to do what I'm doing. So I don't want to keep coming over here no more doing this. And it's a lot. I've already said too much, and it's a lot I'm not going to tell you. Not over here. And it ties into what Nipsey has been saying while people said I wasn't talking to him. And again, at the very beginning, when he said they were with him and they were talking to him, I think I also saw George Washington Carver. I saw Benjamin Banneker. I saw MLK, JFK. And look at what all of them, Malcolm X, look at what all of them have in common. They were assassinated. Several of them headshots. In powerful positions to bring about change, and they didn't want it. It was Hatshepsut. Thank you, beautiful name. Well, you know, they said I was lying, but so many things I said the man said have come true. That he told me. And that's why I didn't quite, when the girl said it was part 2, and I said CERN, I mentioned CERN, and they were coming back and forth. The demons were coming back and forth through the CERN portal. And they were getting ready to do killing and hip-hop and entertainment to move from Atlanta to New York to L.A. Kill from L.A. to New York, back to Atlanta. And even some controlled by London. And it happened. It is still happening. Yes, Charmlink. That's who's over it. Not the people at the bottom that are in there. The Catholics, it's at the top. In Rome. What, Bobby? The La Palma volcano is still erupting? Yes. Thank you, Ankh9999. Chaos Magic. You are absolutely right. That's what I said. That's what Chitulu told me. That is also a part of H.P. Lovecraft. See, Chitulu told me that's not fantasy. Maybe Lovecraft put it out as fantasy so nobody would freak out or try to get it banned or not out. He said, we have done this for years to dominate. He said, we did it in the Harlem Renaissance. We did it in Atlanta. We did it anywhere where black people were, because we need to take their flesh and their blood. He said, but we have them on different levels. The deepest midnight black chocolate we love. They are the Moors. A lot of them are from the underworlds and the major kingdoms. Kush, Egypt, Sudan, Somali, Iraq, Iran. Speaking of that, I mentioned Sumeria. I mentioned the Rosicrucians. Iraq or Iran? One of these gods is going to be resurrected and the DNA reanimated, but spliced And one of the ones, like they said, is Nimrod and his wife and Osiris, but they're also getting some of that DNA from there with the Sumerians. He said some of these people, they're not telling you, but they were blue blacks in the beginning before they were invaded and interbred in some of these places. And we like those. Then there's some we deliberately made hybrids, half black and something else, African and something else, or mixtures of this and that. So they're not completely black, but we use them as agents to intermingle and to go back and forth and infiltrate those communities and those societies. And one of the Boule, they work very well. He's laughing. He said, but the ones lower that can actually get in there and look just like them, and the darker ones, we love the most. And we love their DNA, blood, and flesh, because many of them, people don't know, we integrate that very easily because a lot of them have the DNA and blood that is one of the main ones that was there at the, he says, a creation, but in the Garden of Eden, there was, you saying 2 Garden of Edens or more than one creation of man? There's a son of man and there's a son of God. He said, then they're resurrecting the son of Cain, which would be Nimrod, the son of Cain. Cain and Abel. But they want the son of Cain, which would be a son of Satan. God damn it. You can, I don't see anything. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And this will bring the chaos magic. That's what H.P. Lovecraft said they focus on. Chaos magic to these groups so they could never be. He said, we have to do the opposite of what you are. So if you are about principle and balance, we upset the principle and the balance. And we turn it upside down. So what you do, we do the opposite. Aleister Crowley just showed up. We do the opposite of that. That is our job. If we want to rule the planet, we must do the opposite of everything you do. We must go in the underworld and give you a mirror to turn it. You see right, we see left. You see up, we see down. What's good is bad, what's bad is good. So H.P. Lovecraft also dealt with Aleister Crowley. I said, this is what we love to do, because this is how we rule. And this is how we will continue to rule until our time is through. They want to dominate and destroy the planet, and they're doing it. It's already begun. And it will last for a period. And then the computer, the AI technology, will develop a mind of its own and question its God and will turn on its creator. And then it's going to crash. But before it does, a lot of people will be destroyed. The ones that they feel are threats and won't conform. I'm sorry, I don't have a happy ending. I know people are going to get upset with what I'm about to say, but I used to feel this way, but now I don't, because of things I've gone through in my life and how I had to change my mindset, and I had to stop fucking with certain motherfuckers, and I had to fight for myself and save myself and set boundaries. A lot of these people feel like it's going to be okay, and they don't have to prepare themselves for the end times and the great tribulation, because they believe that if they die in it or after it, God is going to come back, Jesus is going to save them, and they're going to live happily ever after, and they're going to go to heaven, and they're going to see each other again, and he's going to wake up the dead, and they're going to get up out of their graves fully clothed with a whole body, and they're going to live forever in paradise. I don't believe that. You're Jesus. You're a Messiah. You are going to have to learn to save your own life and your children and protect them if they will be obedient enough to listen. Even if they're grown, a lot of times you can't tell them nothing until something happens to them. Or something happens to you, and then you make provisions for that. But I don't believe somebody is going to float down. And you know what? You're going to start seeing apparitions, and they're going to introduce an alien agenda. And you think you're going to see an angel, Mother Mary, and the Christ coming. So you will believe and follow whatever this avatar is that's a hologram. Not real. An illusion, a trick to get you to submit to the beast. I'm already seeing people respond to shit like that. You can't tell them nothing. They believe any fucking thing. Because they don't question, they don't use logic, and they don't have the logic to use because they don't read. And they don't go out and do studies or deal with people that are smarter than them. All a lot of them want to do is argue with you, tell you crazy, but ain't studied to prove that you crazy. And you're lying, but can't prove that you're lying. Pop their finger, shake their stinking ass, and sit on a dick like they playing musical chairs. That's why I don't waste my time arguing with people no more. Unless you can prove me wrong, and I'm still not going to argue with you. If you can show me the proof, I'm going to read it, I'm going to research it, and then I'm going to apologize and submit. Thank you, Deanne, for the donation, baby. But you know, a lot of these motherfuckers up. Thank you, Valencia. A lot of these motherfuckers over here, I don't even want to argue. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to argue with them. That's why we said stay off my page. Thank you, Crystal. I don't even know why they come over here. You don't like me. You don't believe anything I say. That's fine. But why do you have to come over here and constantly listen? I guess it's funny to poke fun at people you don't like. I'm not wasting my breath with this anymore. I'm just going to block you and keep it moving. Because you're clearly not on the wavelength we're on. You're not about what we're about. And what I always say, I said CERN. I mentioned names for you to go and study yourself. This is real. It is open. And they have many portals. And that's what you saw Travis do. What he used is a form of technology. You have to understand the NASA program is also funded by those on high. The angels, they're also planet bodies. The fallen angels are planet bodies, but they're also demonic bodies. There are different gates and portals for angels and demons. It creates matter and anti-matter. Quite fascinating. Lucifer, if you're going to deal with the son of the morning, who is a master and the minister of music and beautiful to look at, can come to you as a beautiful woman, a beautiful man, or a beautiful transgender, a little bit of both. If you deal with music, that would deal with mathematics, numbers. You deal with space. You deal with computers. You deal with planets and spaceships. You deal with mathematics. So he's a minister of music, math, money, educational systems, intellect. And someone called me a liar when I said that, but they haven't proved me wrong yet. All of the people that you see in high levels of certain colleges and universities that you're not allowed to attend in Jamestown, secret societies inside of Harvard, even though some Black people go there now. They're not part of the inner circles, and they don't get picked to be on Wall Street and to work in major corporations that rule the world. They live on a different set and state of time. They tell time different. Their watches are different. Their clock is different. It's ahead of yours. Just like what you look at Jared Kushner, Ivana Trump's husband, his father, I think they have a building, and the building, what the address is 666. On Wall Street, Satan has an office. Just like an altar, they have an altar to anchor particular spirits down. Just like when you're dealing with an artist, the altar was on his stage. In the play zone, in the circus, where everything looks real and it's a game, a trick that you get in and you don't get out. Trick or treat. That's also who was up there. Let's play a game. Yeah. And everybody that thought they were getting something, that's so in love with him and so in love with their entertainer that worships them or worships their favorite preacher and all that shit and favorite designer and all that, they get fucked. They do it to themselves. All of those are occult energy and full of mermaid spirits. I wonder, was there any water nearby? Because I don't know that area. And is it true that it was one of the Kardashians' birthday? Was it one of the birthdays of the Kardashians? The night of that concert when the people were sacrificed? I think I heard that, but I'm not sure. So I'm asking you all that keep up with these things and know more about these than I do. I can't see words right now in case you're talking to me. Okay, now I see words. Was it one of the Kardashians' birthday or the mom's birthday? Ah, so that is true. Or those were her presents as well. See, when I, oh yes, before I forget. When he said, when I said, that's the secret. Society has to consume a certain type of blood and DNA. And they want a certain type of human being, the flesh, in exchange for stealing the energy and get stronger to come over here. They need the energy to come over here. They don't want a cat or a dog. They want the whole energy of a human being with a soul. I don't know if you know, but Nipsey has a close friend called Dave East. I think it's Dave East. He mentioned him to me the other day. He's concerned about Dave East. And Dave East, I think, had a song called Different State of Time. Something like that. You're on a different state of time. Dave, yes, Mr. 24/7 star, handsome man. Dave East. Oh, Dave's a crib. He's concerned about Dave East. Because he put it this way, he said they're trying to turn a Black Panther into the Pink Panther. They're trying to compromise him or make him compromise himself and saying he's going through some mental things behind Nipsey's death. He says he sees him and he's with him. And they're trying to make him compromise himself and change. And he's holding a quiet rage. Yes, Dave East type of time. He's going through some things. He's been different since they did that to Nipsey. And Nipsey wanted to tell him, I'm with you. I got you, bro. I got you. Kylie's pregnant again? Okay. See, they cannot get pregnant and actually have a full birth unless there's a permission and there's a purpose. Something demonic for the child. And they're giving the child to them. He said Dave is always angry these days. You had to unfollow him. I understand why. If he's angry, his mind is not right. And they're trying to make him break. He has so much pain and he's so much anger. He misses Nipsey. And they're trying to use that as a way to take him to another level by shifting him. So this is not the only concert he has had. No, I said that earlier. This is not the only one. But this is clearly a bad one here. Oh, wow, his neighborhood. Yes. 40D. Yes, he thinks so. Dave, I guess he thinks he can't see him. They think he's not here. because his physical body's not here, but it is. He misses him, and you know who he always talks about. He misses Black Sam, and he says with Black Sam. He misses his little girl. Someone told me, grandma, he misses them. He mentioned his mom. He misses his whole family, the people that love him and that he loves. Someone said Imani had a birthday. I'm not sure. Said she just had a birthday in the past few days. I didn't know her birthday was in November. I'm not sure if it's true, so that's why I didn't say anything. And I don't really like to say things about people's children that I know don't like me, so I don't really talk about her. But she's a beautiful girl. And people get mad at me, but that's his favorite girl. He loves her. And he's always with her. So, what did it say? What did you say? Day said yes, and it was picked for that day. It was picked for that day. Those things are not coincidences, and they're not an accident. I just went out again. Somebody said something about Davies. So is the other side straight or gay? Straight or what? I don't know who you're talking about. The other side of what? Is he sweet soul? I love to eat. Yes. And he's in a lot of turmoil because they're trying to pull him in demonically through these contracts to make him shift and to make him go against himself and create an image or style or do something he doesn't want to do. And so I don't know. I don't follow him. If you all follow him and you know him, is his style different now now that Nipsey's physically not here for him to talk to and to listen to and share? Was it one way when Nipsey was here, physically here? And is his style a different way? Now that Nipsey's physically not here, because Nipsey's seeing him, and that's what he's saying to me to say they're trying to turn him into something else. They're trying to make him compromise himself, change his image, his style, his integrity. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. I didn't go a lot deeper because I don't know him, and you know how people get mad at me when I say things, so I just will say that little bit. So if y'all know, and somebody said they saw Dave East in a concert or somewhere with Wu-Tang, I don't know what you saw. Is he the same person? What did you say? He's struggling to stay mainstream, I think. He's not going to be big inside of that arena, Nipsey says, unless he lets them change him into something he doesn't want to be or question his integrity. So I see why, because it's something heavy going on with him from what Nipsey's telling me. He described the spiritual side. Is it bad over there too? No. It is bad in some places because you have a lot of evil, dirty motherfuckers over there. It's just like it is here. That's why they can come back and forth here. They do the same things. They have houses, cars, lives. They deal with people over there that are now over here. They go back and forth. They were here. They're now over there. They go back and forth. Yeah. And what he told me is a lot of people that are physically dead, they don't want to have sex with physically dead people. They want to come back over here and have husbands and wives over here. So people need to be very careful, because if they feel like someone's in there, or they feel like someone's having sex with them, or they dream about it and they don't know them, or either some people tell me they do know who it is. They know them, that person physically died, and they don't want them there, or they don't want that experience. They better shut it off ASAP. Oh, 6-6. Thank you, baby. Because if you don't, thank you, Success, for the donation. Thank you. They will become integrated deeper. One thing I will say that I always learn stuff from him I don't understand, but no, it's not bad. Always, they're not in hell. It's not a heaven and hell like that. That's a consciousness. And it depends on what oath you took, or what beings, what spells, what rituals you did. Here. I know. Thank you. Please continue to donate and click like and subscribe, please. I really need your donations to continue to do the work that I do. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've been on here a long time. It's late. I haven't even eaten anything. Oh, wow. I'm glad I started early, because It's 11:25. Harnessing souls. Yes. Um, when the lady Mercedes, that was a stripper and a prostitute that had her body done, that was murdered. I was on Instagram, had a lot of followers. Murdered in her apartment with the I think the Mexican man. He was dead too. And when she came here, and I wanted to talk to her, and she didn't like me. I'm not sure of her birthday, but someone said her birthday is November the 26th. So that means she's a Sagittarius. Her birthday is one day before mine. So I'm not sure, but tell me if that is correct. If Mercedes' birthday is November 26th. She, thank you, Father. Cash Ups, I love you. Thank you, everybody that's donating me. It means so much to me. Because I continue to do what I do. I wanted to read her, and I was cooking. I was getting ready to set a second plate, an extra plate for her. And she liked Nipsey, and she wanted to hang out with Nipsey, and she didn't want to hang out with me. But I'm not mad about it, because I think she's like a lot of women. They just really don't fuck with women like that. Oh yeah, we got the same birthday. They don't trust women. They probably dealt with a lot, or they just funny style like that. They want everything to be about them. And Nipsey, he has a way about him to make you feel very safe and very special. He has a way with women. And so they had been hanging out maybe that day, a whole day or something. And she didn't want to share him with another woman. I don't think it was just me. I think she didn't want to share him with another woman, because he knows how to treat you special. And he, he said, well, do you want to stay? He said, she said, oh, she'll make me a plate. She'll let me stay. He said, yeah, if I tell her to. If I tell her to, she'll do what I tell her to do. And so okay, what stopped, Empress? Did I stop? Did I freeze? And so I was listening. I didn't say anything. I said, yes, that's true. And she was like, she wanted him to choose, and he said, I'm not gonna leave her alone because you want me to leave her alone. And she got an attitude, and she kind of stood back and put one foot forward, and I kept my back turned. I said, I'm not going to get in that. I'm not going to get in that. And I kept washing dishes, getting ready to cook. She says, well, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in her house. I don't want to eat her food. And he said, well, she can pass your. I don't want her passing anything for me. I kept my back turned. I didn't say anything. I understand just how women are. That's just how we are. Sometimes with certain men. And I said, oh, okay, that's fine. You know what? I don't want anything to do with her at this point, because she is standing here so nasty, so disrespectful. And she made it very clear, I don't want to know her. And she was looking me up and down from the back. And so I act like I didn't see that. She's like, I don't, it's about me, or it's about nothing. It's about me. I'm not sharing with her. I don't want to talk to her and talk to you. I don't want nothing in her house. I don't want to be here. And now, and she's like, and I'm not going to stay here with you unless you can give me what I want. Yeah, Cosmic, but at the same time, it's a form of insecurity. Whenever a woman is with a man, which he wasn't with her like that, they weren't dating, but she wanted him to herself, and when women are like that, I understand it, to protect what you have, but he's not her man. But you want to be the center of attention. And it doesn't matter how good looking you are, every man in the world is not going to want you. Everybody has a type, a color, whatever, a shape. It's not going to always be about you unless the fuck you give you some money. But that doesn't mean they want you. They lust and they want that experience. But most of the time, those women don't get married to good men. And that's just the way that it is. So, yes, girl Abbott, I'm telling you, it's the same way over there. And when she came back, I had no jealousy. I said, she's a pretty girl with a fat ass. But I can't be jealous, because he brings pretty women here. Just like he brought Naya Rivera, was it last year? And I said, nigga. I said in front of Naya, I said, you better be glad she fine. Because y'all done woke me up at 7 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And I've been up all night working. Because I ain't going to get mad, goddamn. I'm going to get up and do this reading. You better be glad, Naya. Goddamn it. And Naya was really sweet to me. She didn't do me like that. But this other one here, I said, baby. Oh, yeah, Martha Divine. Okay, I'm sorry. I said, baby, take her where she want to go. It's okay. I understand. I'm a woman. I understand. She felt like she was supposed to be the center of attention, and he wouldn't choose her over me. So she was like, well, I want to go. And then she started insulting him. She was like, well, he said, well, let me teach you how to ground yourself and how to adjust, because that's what I was teaching him. And he learned a lot of things. So he teaches people. That's like he taught Kobe when he sees they're going to come over and they need help and they're really messed up and they're mixed up. And she was like, what is that? I don't need you to teach me anything spiritual, because I'm not staying here. And I don't want to stay with you. I don't want to be with you. I want to go to the other side. And if you can't help me with that, we don't have nothing to talk about. And he was like, bitch. He could be a nasty, got a nasty mouth. She was disrespecting, he's like, bitch, I was trying to help your motherfucking ass, bitch. And I didn't turn around. I kept my back to those two because they was in here arguing, and I kept my head washing my dishes. I said, God damn, it's a bitch. He said, let me take you where the fuck I'm going to take you, and you on your motherfucking own, bitch. I wasn't trying to fuck you or get with you. I was trying to help you. And she was like, I'm thinking, how are you going to get back over there? You don't even know. You don't understand spiritual principles. You don't know how to adjust yourself over here. How are you just going to go back over there? He's just going to take you over there. He's like, I'm trying to help you build up to that point. I don't have time for that to meditate. What that grounded. This girl is a fucking airhead. She doesn't know. You can't move back and forth, between dimensions unless you balance yourself. She thought her money, her fake ass and fake body and shit, that was going to fix everything and make her safe. And it doesn't, because that doesn't last. One day you're going to get out of that body. The temporary body. Oh, her birthday. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're talking about something else. And he said, why would I want to be with her when she dead in her pussy? He said she was dead in her mind when she was over here, and she dead in her pussy. I said, dead in they pussy? What the hell you mean? He said, a lot of us over here don't want to fuck a bitch that's dead in the pussy. I said, how are you dead in they pussy? He said, you see how he is? He said, and he started showing me the diagram of a woman's female organs. He said, look at her pussy right here. And this, he drew the diagram. And I had stopped washing my dishes. Now I turned around and looked at that shit. And I said, right there, he said, you see the band of energy right there? He said, it's full of dead blood. It was like dead in they pussy. See what I'm saying? The man said that some women dead in the pussy, man. Dead in the head. They ain't got no astral dome. They can't get to the astral, see the astral, because they dead in the dome. And they dead in they pussy. He told me, I don't want the bitch take out. I don't want none of that. The bitch will kill me. Kill my energy. He's like, I'm already physically dead. I need a bitch with some energy in her pussy to amp me up. Goddamn it, like I'm on drugs, goddamn it. To charge my shit up. A bitch like her will pull my energy down even goddamn lower in my astral body and energy body when she dead in her ass and dead in her head. She can't give me no head cause it dead, and she can't give me no pussy. It's not even wet and gushy as fuck her dead. I said, God damn, nigga, you done taught me something that I didn't even know. He said, why do you think a lot of these physically dead men, he said, we might fuck over here, and they fuck bitches over here. There's plenty of bitches and anything you want. Yeah, they're dead in the throat. Yeah. He said, but a lot of men that want to come over here and pass messages, they want to deal with a woman that got electrolytes in her pussy, that's charged up in electric in her pussy. Like electric food, electric diet, the cells is electric and they alive. I said, wait a minute, so you can tell if a woman pussy alive or the woman is dead in her pussy? Man, see, I ain't want to tell y'all that, man. He said that about that lady. That's right, cripping and dripping in this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? He said that's it about that lady. Told her to get her motherfucking ass up out of here, so she left without it. Lost. But somebody trying to help you. Man, he be saying shit, and I be like, so what? Okay, nigga, so you said what? Goddamn, what? Each time I'm gonna show you. And so I can draw out what the nigga said. He said, I said, so you know when somebody's physically dead, their body's physically and their pussy is dead. He said, yeah. I said, you know when they're alive? He said, yeah, we can tell. I can tell. He said, I know. That's why I'm trying to help her, because I know she was dead and her pussy was dead and her body was dead. He said, the fucking talking to me like that, bitch? I said, oh, Lord, here we. I didn't know they could see like that until he came in here. Some of them, like him, it blew my mind. They can see through your body. They can see if you're going to die, physically die. They can see if disease is there. They can see if it can be fixed. They can look down in your pussy. They can see if you've been fucked. Is your pussy yay wide? Or is your pussy little? Is your pussy got cum in it? Is it fresh cum or is it old cum that ain't been douched out? Is you got sperm swimming around in there because you just got fresh cum, skeeted, and beat it up in your A. The nigga's cold with it. I could not believe this. So I'm learning this shit from him. You skeet. Some of that fresh skeet with fresh wiggling around sperms in it. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want to tell the nigga examine me. I don't, you see what I'm saying? This nigga wild. This nigga wild. They're trying to see, was I a hoe? Because tell me he don't want no hoe doing his ring and passing his message. I said, you was fucking hoes and porn stars and models, goddammit. Now you done got picky? And you done got on the other side? He said, I see things different now. A hoe can't be trusted, goddammit. A hoe and a prostitute can goddamn be compromised, see, for $1. They say any goddamn thing. They won't pass my message correct if a nigga come with a dick, dope, and dollars, goddammit. He said, I can tell you ain't like that. You don't do that and do that shit. Compromise yourself and with that shit they with that. I got so embarrassed. I knew I couldn't lie to the nigga. Man. What you say that Krabby Patty snapper wasn't snapping? He said one snapping right. I said, bitch, you can't. I knew then. I kept watching this. I said, oh, she done provoked the crib. Yeah, that Leo, and I knew he wasn't gonna fuck with her no more. Once she had provoked that, and he was being really nice to her and very kind. He said, I brought you over here to try to help you. You know what I'm saying? She can't do nothing for me. And I said, oh, she gonna keep on. She gonna keep on. Because I said, it's coming. It's coming. Now, whoop, there it is. I'm not finna look. And I said, I go, what? She walked out. She said, yeah. Well, cause he said, that's all it would be. He said, what the heck? But then again, she be done drained me. Drained the energy that I got because the bitch dead in the pussy. I said, goddamn. He said, let me show you how to see it when a bitch dead in the ass. Okay. They be teaching me anatomy and physiology in the Astrodome, goddammit. Astroworld. Pussy. See what I'm saying? Alright. Cap. Look. Man, I don't be want to tell y'all this shit. But he be teaching me some shit and I be like, what? I didn't even know that exists. y'all can see us. Y'all can hear us. You tell when we are lying to you. You can see through our bodies and stuff. Yeah, yeah. We're not stupid like people think we are and dead and gone and a ghost and some smoke and shit. Mm-mm. We can see it just basically opened me up to a whole nother world. That's why I still got to finish the 7 chakras, what he's teaching me about that. I'm still healing my third one. It's so big because I have so much pain in my third chakra, my solar plexus chakra. I just scratched the surface the way he told me to do the meditation. He likes the meditations. When we're doing the meditations and the chanting, he likes it. He's very spiritual. I have to deal with all the trauma, and it's been coming up like he told me to come up and embrace my pulse, like that Haitian man told me. They both had said it. Then they gave me that. The meditations, the new products for the winter and all that stuff. Yeah, he said it got to have some grip, and it got to be alive. He said it got to be electromagnetic to charge his dick up. Or to drain and kill him. He's already been killed one time physically. I don't need to be killed on the other side, goddammit. I need to be able to move around. I need some sanctified pussy. I need to be charged up. Yeah, to electrocute and shock my dick. I said, oh, you had to say that about it. He said, it's true. Look at her. And I looked at the anatomy. And I knew what he said. Papa Candela, that's who that is. Thank you, China Black. Papa Candela. I got to learn about that shit. They be doing me like that, man. I can say love sad women. So I just learned somebody had to draw that because he says this is the dead blood right here. And the tissue of the vagina, he said, is dark, almost black. He said the blood is black. It has no oxygen in it. So, some people like to have sex with dead people. Necrophiliac or necromancy and shit. Necro love has with the dead body. He said, I don't, He said, we see it over here. They walking around and talking outside the physical, and it's more like transparent. He said, we can see if they're here or if they're astral projecting, if they're visiting. Well, yes, Mr. 24/7 Star, because when blood doesn't have any oxygen in it, it's dark, and the more it stays out of the skin or dries on the skin outside the body, it's black. Or if it's laying in the body before embalming, it's very dark. When you bleed right now, if it's an artery or vein, you'll know if it's a vein, it's bright like these clothes. It's bright red. It's alive. And this is sent her to that man sitting down with the pill. It's bright. When there's oxygen in it, it's very bright. It's very rich. Versus vein and then artery is darker, but you can still tell it's alive. What he showed me in her vagina and in the tissues and in the walls was it looked black. It was dead. There was still some residual of blood in her body. They had not removed it out through the embalming or the autopsy. He could see it. And there were other colors he saw. Because, I've taught a long time ago that the vagina has chakras and the penis has chakras. And he started to illuminate them for me. He said, I want you to teach this. I said, okay, because you just blow my mind now. And there are more than one set. On top of set. Like there's more than 3 strands of DNA. I would say even 12 or 13. The 13th dealing with the serpentine energy, which would be more of a green, a reptilian. That's another story, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. Because I think that I've said things I probably shouldn't say. But there's a lot more that I could say that I'm not going to. But we're going to watch those people that were at that concert. Thank you, Black Cherry. Yes, root chakra, but then you have a whole other set that he showed me and that I know I'm going to draw, which correspond with the tree of life. They do. The human body does. And he knows because he can see now. I love y'all too, Bobby. Thank you. Yes, V, he brought Vendetta up. Didn't finish on my mask because people were acting like it was so crazy. But you know, one of my favorites, oh, that I think Travis Scott also had on for Halloween, Jason. I love the Jason mask, and when I did the Jason reading. Thank you, Destiny. I love that one, and Nipsey told me to do it. And a lot of people weren't ready for it, but you see, my messages came true. Was it in Freddy? I was in Nightmare on Elm Street when I had the razors on the hand. We were talking about the federal parks. Freddy Krueger. And I said, stay out of the federal parks. There are going to be murders. Women showing up dead in the federal parks. Other psychics sent me messages and made comments and said I was the devil or the devil was using me. Really? Well, I like that devil. Because it warned me and it warned you, didn't it? Ones that would listen, and we saw it. Where? On the news. What I said. They didn't have to tell it to me. They just like to come talk to me, and I let them. As long as they don't get violent and cause me trouble. So the people laughed. I did it anyway. Hi, Kelly. And as you can see, it wasn't so funny, was it? When the women, black and white, and the men started popping up dead in the federal parks. After I said it with Jason. Or was it Fred? I think it's Freddy Krueger with the knives on the hands. Thank you. I love all of y'all for loving and supporting me and donating to me, clicking like and sharing it. And on Instagram, let me tell you something. I got to figure out how to go to Instagram. I don't know how to go in there, so I've had someone else. So if you thought you were talking to me on my page, you weren't talking to me. I'm so busy and I'm so tied up with orders and stuff privately that I can't go on all these platforms. Oh, thank you, Freddie. I thought I had said it with Freddie. Yes, thank you. But I love Jay. Is it true they said Travis Scott had on a Jason mask for Halloween? Didn't I tell y'all? Jason period. July, August, September, October, November. And now they're talking about bringing Nimrod and Osiris, or Nimrod Osiris, his wife, and other Egyptian gods, because they got the DNA, and Satan through the portal. You know, Nimrod would be during Christmas holiday. It's one of the biggest sacrifice periods of the year, along with Halloween. You all better protect yourself for Thanksgiving and Halloween. You don't have to listen to me, but I know that I am. Because I've been seeing this shit, and Nipsey's telling me this, and now the demons are coming here. Cthulhu, the king, one of the kings that I know now comes from Egypt. He's speaking with H.P. Lovecraft. I've never spoken to H.P. Lovecraft before, but I see my first time introduction to Cthulhu. It looks like an octopus. Cthulhu, I think it could have a man's body with an octopus head, 8 arms or something. He shifts forms along with the satanic god. I gotta look at this, or this is the this has blown my mind all day. I really wondered, was I crazy? Or was I in the Twilight Zone? I'm like, why do they come here? I don't know why. I'm not an evil person. Like, why do they come here? And Cthulhu's been hanging out, and he led me to some books, and I ordered some books I'm going to read about him. Okay, yes, a part of him is like an octopus, or the head is like the octopus with a man's body. He was walking through here. I don't disrespect them, even though they come in a form I don't understand or looks different. Or they might shift so you won't be scared of them. Like, he showed me part of him as a human, so I could see the legs like a man. But then the octopus part came out. But he did that when he came in here for the 2019 Olympics. So I don't make fun of them. They are brilliant. They know so much more than we do. And the people on top deal with them and their technology that they have taken. And they tell us to call Jesus or some other lower religion and believe something you can't even prove is true. When they deal with Lucifer, which deals with science and being able to test and back things with science and mathematics, while they got you on some bullshit. I don't know. That's how NASA, I think he has another form, he has another name. I have to look at it. And they were already in Egypt around some of the original ancient beings, and that were also first the blue blacks. Also, there were Africans that ruled over Egypt, royalty, and they don't always like to talk about it, but it's true. They're in those entities. Like you told me, one of the black popes, I think, is African or Nigerian. You might see one of the Illuminati families. There are Illuminati families, or ones that have been picked from different races, from Asian races, Chinese, and African races, that are really not trying to like or save black people, especially black Americans. And they're very wealthy black families that you don't know about. I don't know. I haven't looked at it, J. Dot. You should see, if you've been listening to this reading. I've had a lot of stuff to keep me busy, and that doesn't even cover the orders I have not filled. So that's another thing. I got to get all this stuff done. I sent out some shipments the other day. I hope everybody is liking them, and some people have already let me know they got their spirit kits, part of the California Love kit that Nipsey told me how to make, and show me how to make the sages. They're very beautiful sages. They have the kits. And one thing people say, and if you would like to give feedback, good or bad, I love the feedback. I can learn from it. Anything you want me to learn. When the lady got the spirit kit, and she says what people say about the spirit kits and my hair products. She said, I could smell the kit through the box when the male person gave it to me. And I said, I hear that all the time. I've heard that for years. Because I make, I like to take my time. I make each jar by hand. I like to sit it on my altar and give them love if the people will allow me to hold them, sit them on the altar. And they're very concentrated, and I use pure essential oils, not perfumes. So they're very rich, and they're very concentrated, and you can smell them through my boxes. I know my stuff costs a little bit more, but I put a lot of love in it, and I put high quality products, and I make them very concentrated. They're one of a kind. And if you've ever tried them, you will know that I'm not lying. And when she said that, I said, thank you. I knew you were going to say that. You didn't know, but I knew because of how I make them. And I like to send them out with a lot of love. And I like to put a lot of healing energy on them. So I'll hold them. But if somebody's rushing me, and then I can't hold it for you, somebody's impatient, they can't wait, or they want a refund, that's fine. Because if I haven't sent it, and it's not in the air with a courier, I will gladly give it to you because it's my fault. And I can't, I have two hands. I have one body. My instrument is my body. I can't work as fast as you want me to when they're custom blended. I'm trying to figure out a way to get around it. And so I'm thinking I might stop making them or make one standard batch. Just like now, people are asking because it's cold to use the exfoliation soaps to even out the skin and to brighten it. And let me say something. And it's amazing how there are dermatologists on YouTube and on the internet and have offices. Ambi is in the store. And people don't attack dermatologists for surgical scars, stretch marks, keloids, uneven skin, sun-damaged skin, for giving you a solution for that. But they want to attack me, and somebody said, well, I don't want your skin brightening soap to get rid of scars and uneven skin. I love myself. We love ourselves too. We're not ashamed of who we are and what we are. But we don't love uneven skin, scars, tomboy scars, stretch marks, surgical scars, uneven skin. That's what we're trying to erase, not our skin color. Everybody doesn't want to brighten or whiten, and that's not what this does. It will exfoliate the dead skin, and it will brighten it and get the dead, uneven skin off. That's what we don't love, we don't like. And that's a part of self-love, to correct issues like that. That's not a part of self-hatred. because you want to get rid of uneven skin, surgical scars, stretch marks, tomboy scars, any accidents or burns, chemical burns you might have. You want to fade that out and blend everything and make it smooth and soft and glowing and even. If that's what you want, that's what I'll do. Just because you use something, that would take time anyway. And these products are natural lighteners. I can add unnatural things to them. I can add a hydroquinone. I can add a small amount of a cream that has a little bit of steroid, but I don't do that. It will take a little longer, but a natural lightener with natural herbs, natural oils, like kojic acid, alpha arbutin are natural and they're in food. But you want to say I'm doing something evil and immoral and wrong. And I'm not using any chemicals. These are all natural things. These people are so ignorant and fucking stupid. It's just a nice glycolic peel. It's like I'm looking at my skin, and that's one thing I like. I just put a little bit of foundation, a little powder, so because I hate my T-zone getting greasy, my nose greasy, and I like that my skin has a glow. I don't, as you know, I don't have any highlighters. I don't have any eyeliner. I don't even have mascara because it was irritating my eye. Um, I don't like to wear that unless I just have to because I don't want people to see me out and they don't recognize me. Now when people see me, and for years when people see me, they know who I am because I don't cake up everything. I don't wear a lot of makeup and I don't want to. I want to age gracefully with barely little damage and be able to correct it. Some people look so different when they take all the makeup off, or they look so different as time goes on because they aged badly, and I don't want to look like that. I don't want that to be me. I have the glow to the skin because I use the natural fruits and acids to pull off the dead skin, exfoliate it, and have nice, healthy skin underneath, fresh baby skin that glows, but you have to protect it from, I'm a little congested, the sun. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I'm not going to apologize for that. And if anybody wants to come to me, I put the pictures, my web guy put them on alexyssktyler.com. But I also have them like, this is already sold. This is an 8-ounce airtight natural body exfoliating lotion. No steroids in it. No chemicals. It's natural for the whole body. And she's about 6 feet tall. So we have 2 of these. And we had to give soap to exfoliate because it's winter and she's a model. So her skin has to be flawless. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to do the glutathione, the giga whites, the alpha arbutin, the glycolic acids, the salicylics for the body so that she pops when it starts to warm up and she has to do her photo shoots and stuff. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, I use it because I wanted you to see it. I use everything. And it's strong. I made it very strong so that it works. She's got a whole container. I already mixed her stuff because she's a big girl. And it's so rich and thick. You can smell it. Smells strong, child. I made her stuff really strong because I want you to get good results. I don't want you to buy something from me and then it be like that shit ain't. No. Oh yeah, you can do a sugar. You can do a sugar scrub, but I have another formula that makes them pink. I just gotta start doing it. Make your lips pink and peel. And then she's getting the natural protein mascara that you can also put on your eyelashes, eyebrows, and around the edges of your head or on your hair. It makes it grow. It has growth serums. It's natural. Anyway, I better get out of here because I'm tired. I was about to fall asleep in the tub, but I wanted to stay awake for you. Nipsey wanted me to come and tell you today. We're going to watch this Travis Scott. Thank you for the donations. I love you all. Thank you so much for the donations and the love. I'm so tired. But I have to get a little rest tonight so I can work. I'm not that hungry. Plus, I was trying to manage my weight, so I got to cook for me and Nipsey in the next couple of days. Probably cook for us tomorrow. I'll eat a little bit. I told you since I did the third chakra opening, the solar plexus, my stomach has been towed up. I couldn't eat and it has been towed up. It just calmed down yesterday and today. I ain't been running so bad, towed me up. Thank you, Moya. And I felt like there was a lot of emotional stuff from my gut to do that, because your first heart is in your gut. Your first intuition is in your gut. And it's a lot of painful stuff. And it just like, woo. The other people that were on the phone, they feel good it didn't happen to them. It really tore me up. I'm just now calming it down, so I couldn't really eat. It just run right through me, and my stomach's starting to feel better. It's more calm right now. I just didn't drink any water during the show because I didn't want to have that. But I feel lighter, cleaner, and you see my sinuses are releasing now. I put peppermint. You know what I did it for the chanting. I took my finger and put some peppermint oil, and I went up in both nostrils. Woo, boy. And then I started doing the ring of fire breathing. Oh, everything just came down on my nose, and then everything came out of the bottom for a whole week now. Thank you, Steph. Thank you for the donation. Oh my God, y'all been so kind to me tonight. Thank you. I think I'm gonna buy me a new outfit. I don't know if y'all can see it. I love my jumpers. It's like one piece. See, it's a jumper. It's a whole jumpsuit. It's so cute. It's a whole jumpsuit. Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's paid off. All me flushing everything out. I felt like my whole insides were coming out. At least I can wear my little jumpsuit. Because this is November and this is my birthday month. So I can't believe it. Yeah, I did parasite. I'm taking a parasite cleaner too. And that helped calm it down more when I started taking a parasite cleaner today. I'm like, it's probably flushing me out and those worms. And the whole night I'm sleeping, my stomach is just bubbling and I'm full of gas and it's flushing. I said, I guess I can't stop it. I was trying to eat like some bread or something. I got the whole grain bread. I ordered that. That didn't help. Like the Ezekiel bread, I thought I need that anyway. It was still running through me. I said, you know what? There's something else going on here. So I'm just going to stay in the house. I just kept drinking a lot of orange juice, a lot of water, a lot of my greens. And then I said, no, because greens will aggravate the running off. So I just did greens today. It didn't hurt me. I said, I'm going to let this come out because that's when all the childhood emotions, all my mother shit, and me seeing myself fighting her in my visions all week. As I'm running off and I'm laying down, I'm gassy all night. I'm gassy during the day. I even took an enema and I put the herbs and aloe vera in the enema and it still didn't stop. It's just flushing. It's like, damn, I'm not that big. Oh, that is bad. It's like all this old stuff. And that's why I'm telling y'all. Whenever you deal with the third chakra, the solar plexus, or anything going on with your gut, your first heart is in your gut. Your first emotion, your intuition is in your gut. Not this heart up here. Your first heart is in your guts. And that's why when people say, I had a gut feeling, but I didn't listen, and it ended up being right. I got a funny feeling in my gut, because that's where the first intuition is. That's where the first heart is. And mine, I was always told as a little girl, you're dumb, stupid, don't listen to it. I'm smart, you're not. My mother would always say that. You don't know what you're talking about. I would get in a relationship with men, and I would get a feeling like, I think I dreamt you had somebody else, or you don't know what you're talking about. You're just crazy. Or dealing with women, too, trying to be friends with them, and then they laugh behind my back. Oh, don't listen to her. She's just crazy. And all that stuff was trapped in my gut. And when I started to do the Nipsey readings, I was so scared because I'm like, this is a public figure, and people that know him are gonna eventually they're gonna watch this and they're gonna laugh at. If I'm wrong, I think I see him, I think I hear him. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? They're gonna laugh, but I'm gonna say it anyway. And I said the stuff, and some people were like, "Oh, shut up, bitch." You know what you're talking about, especially women that had fucked him or been with him. They want to make fun of me and come and make fun of me, and I dealt with it. And I didn't stop. I didn't retract things unless people could prove that I was lying. I haven't seen a lot of that. I haven't had anybody tell me I was lying and prove I was lying. I actually had people to confirm that knew him and been around him. Thank God. And just like the real estate agent and consultant did an interview to confirm what I said with the hip. I don't know him, but he publicly confirmed what I said. And I hate that it took so long in my life to finally trust myself. And I know that's what's happening too, as it's running off and I'm flushing. I'm learning to finally stand in my vaginal power. And to do that, I had to cut everybody off. I had to cut all fake ass blood family members off. I had to cut all fake ass friends off that always put me down and said they were better than me, but still want to be around me. I guess that makes them feel better. Oh, you're November 29th, so you're 2 days after me. Girl, I cannot believe. Isn't that something? I cannot believe we're in our 50s. I never thought I would live. I wonder would I live this age, or I was scared. It's like, oh man, I look like some hag, drawn up in gray, and I can't believe it. Never regretted cutting them off. Yeah, and black walnut. I like liquids, so it's black walnuts and wormwood tincture. It's very good, and you can take the powder with it too, but you want to take that 3 times a day on an empty stomach. You need black walnut, wormwood, and cloves. So if you're going to get the tincture, get black walnut, wormwood, and cloves tincture, or get a parasite cleaning kit. Get a whole kit. Um, yes, but you want it together because the worms are in 3 stages. The male, the female, and the baby. And they go in weeks and stages. So that's why you want the black walnut, the wormwood, and the cloves. Thank you, Shay Daniel. Yeah, I'm thankful. It's to me, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to be proud of. You know. Good night, warrior. And it will what will make you look bad and feel bad is dealing with people that like to abuse you and tear you down. As you said, beautiful array. Thank you, Indigenous. You said I wouldn't have ever thought. Sure, you can be like me. That's easy. I know my body's healing a lot and rejuvenating because, like I said, we're doing the 7 chakras that Nipsey taught me how to do in the way he taught me, and the deep chanting and the deep breathing and all that pain. It's so much pain. And I'm just now starting to look at the pain. Like, it was so much of it, and things are coming to me that I had forgotten. And I didn't realize they hurt me so bad. I mean, well, a lot of people think that it's old. But I guess it is in comparison to a teenager or somebody in their 20s or, 30s. I understand. I don't even get mad about it. People don't hurt my feelings. And I don't try to hide it. It's okay. I am happy, like I say, to have a chance to get this stuff right while I'm still physically alive because there's so much and I don't think I can get rid of all of it, but I'm trying. Yeah, that's that seasoned pussy, especially when you've been sitting on it. Like if I meet a younger man, I said I wasn't going to deal with any more younger men. But if I dealt with a mature younger man, well, that's why you need 3: the mother, the baby, and the egg. That's why you need black walnut, wormwood, and cloves. You need all 3 to be effective, and you need to do it at a minimum of 12 weeks. You don't just do that a couple of weeks, a couple of days, and it's over. But like I said, if I was you, if I was going to get the whole parasite kit, I would do about 2 or 3 of those kits to last 12 weeks. And you want to do it 3 days, 3 times a day on an empty stomach before you eat. Even if you're just going to drink a smoothie or do a green juice. You want it in your system before you put the food in. And I knew that. I said, that's what that is because I'm all gassy and this stuff keeps coming out and it's not completely coming out and I'm miserable. And then when I started to do the parasite cleanse and take the worm stuff, deworming the past couple of days, it's like now I'm not bubbling. My stomach I had bubble guts all night for the past like 5 nights since Sunday. Miserable, just running back and forth. And I let it. I said, no, I'm just going to keep drinking and let it so I won't get dehydrated and sick. That's like, this is coming up now. Ugh. I've just been drinking water and juice and tea. I haven't had anything solid today. I had chicken broth. I've been eating chicken broth with a little seasoning in it, salt and pepper in it, and my green juice. I drank my green juice when I cut my lemon earlier. I put in the green. Yeah, thank you. I'm working on it. And my son, he likes it. He's like, Mom, I'm so glad you take care of yourself. I don't want you to look worn down and old. It's just like I was combing my hair today, and I said, I can't believe my hair is black. And it's grown back and it's full. And when people say that that doesn't happen to you, that's not true. They want you to look really fucked up. And that doesn't happen to every woman because they get chronologically older. It depends on how you take care of yourself. But I think it's because, like she said, we're seasoned and we haven't slept with everybody and done everything. And we don't let everybody, take advantage of us. Yeah, I have the oregano in there, but I still had to flush. Oregano by itself wasn't. I drink a lot of greens, a lot of water, and I'm just doing high. I did about 2 high enemas this week with the herbs in it and aloe vera to help flush it down. And you see, I basically have no stomach. I just let it go, but I drink a lot of liquids. And I had, what I probably have tonight, I gotta flush my head because which is good, it's coming up. Hummus. I like green drink. That'll fill me up. That's all I want. Some hummus, the salt and pepper, and I love hot sauce on it and stuff. I love the hot pepper. That helps open me up. And my green drink. That's all I want. Maybe a couple of pieces of multigrain bread. And I'm full. I don't know. I don't make myself eat if I'm not hungry. I got my almond milk and I got my bean protein powder. What's a bean? It's like a natural protein powder. I can make me a shake like that. And I'm glad. I cannot believe it. Like I said, it's my birthday, probably on Thanksgiving, and I cannot believe this. But yeah, if I go out, I haven't met anybody. Nobody's made me act like they like me, but I think it's possible. I might date someone younger, because of my experiences with Nipsey, and I realized that a man can be younger but very mature and have his shit together and very intelligent. Um, it's possible. I didn't think it was possible, so I might keep myself open. And you taking care of your body, that's what a lot of women don't know. But us women know, older women that are taking care of our bodies and been celibate, your body can still be tight and juicy. Yeah. Not dried up and hard and frail and weak. No. That's right. You take the right oils. They go all through your body, all through your tissues, all through your vagina, and your body is still soft, smooth, very flexible. Still got that pop lock, We're going to talk about that privately. Well, because a lot of older women had told me they were going through that when I was younger and that they were very dry. They didn't like sex. Their skin, the vagina would tear very easily and they would bleed. And it was because, first of all, they didn't love, the person had abused them. They were trying to stay with because they needed the money or somewhere to stay. And their hormones weren't balanced. They were very depressed, which takes your hormones in the high negative. So they were depleting a lot of the good hormones that way. Excuse me, the diet was off. And they weren't lubricating themselves and having the right hormonal creams that soften and moisten and make the vagina very elastic. So it's got that comeback. You know what I'm saying? Has nothing to do with age. I think so. I think I should RF International because, it's happened to me and I was so scared because I heard all the bad things. And I'm like, no, there's beauty in maturing and becoming a grown woman. Or they're saying going into that crone stage, the true witchy stage, and still be able to do two things. To still look young and look attractive, but be older, chronologically older, to make the body freeze and stop aging. There's a magic to that. There's a secret to that. That doesn't have to happen to you. You can have both. Your attitude, the way you let people talk to you, all that's important. What you do to yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself. Yes, the maca root, black cohosh, damiana, a lot of the natural herbs, of course, and a lot of self-love and only loving people around you, or be alone and learn to love yourself. And that's what it's taken me so long to do, that I do. And I cut everybody else off. I don't give 3 chances, I give you 1. Because I have too much hurt already. Yep, no community boot. No, yeah, because they don't. I thought about that. And I'm going to go. I see how my relationships started off that were unwanted as a little girl, being molested by grown men, and grown men trying to have sex with me and relationships with me at 7 and 8. And what I noticed was a pattern of men wanting to do that throughout my whole life and negotiate relationships based on their dick. If you notice a pattern like that, and you blame the men, but you're always there, then it's something within you, and it doesn't mean that you deserve it or you want it. But there's some connection you're not getting to the very first relationship you had, even if it's a relationship that you didn't want as a child lover. Some grown person trying to make you their child lover, you know. And you don't understand, and then the mother jumps on you and says, you liked it, you want it, you want my man. Things like that. That creates already self-hate and the beauty of being a woman that you're going to turn into as a little girl. So I said no. Before I move on to date anybody physically again, I will date and love me and see what that is in me. So I won't keep attracting something I say I don't want and then blame them because they're twisted and sick. You don't have to have that in your world. You don't deserve that. But some people can't be alone without being lonely and fall in love with them. And that's what I'm learning to do. Love. God, we don't even know ourselves. We don't know the layers of the self. You think it's this. It's not. It's not. Hold on. Hold on. I feel so much better. God, that feels so much better. Okay. So I'm going to keep swallowing and trying to hold it back. I feel so much better in my nose and stuff. I get some orange juice because I haven't drank anything. I've been talking to you all hour. About. You're taught not to know who you are and that your value is the outside appearance and your visual. And if people don't like that, you ain't shit. If people like that, you ain't shit. If somebody man like that and you're 5, you ain't shit. And as a result of that, people walk around, and then as you get older, people reinforce that. Jealous lovers, jealous women, society reinforces that. And if you don't fix that and get to know, and then it builds up jealousy and resentment in you many times because you don't have what you want and you don't have who you want. And so while somebody's jealous of you and attacking you, you're usually jealous of someone else that has a life that you want, that you feel belongs to you, that you were cheated out of. You see what I'm saying? So it becomes a very, very vicious cycle. When you know you, and it's very difficult to do because we're not taught to know the you that's behind the physical. You think that's you. That's what people don't want to die. Thank you for the donation. They don't want to die or physically die, and they panic about that. And then when they see that, whoa, I'm still here. I can still see me. You can't see me? You can't hear me? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm gone. Or the physical part. And then you see the physical part there. And they don't know life continues. It goes on, but you haven't bonded with that you that you thought you didn't even know it was there. You thought it's just this. And when this dies, the talking, the voice you hear and all that, it dies and it doesn't. Yes, it's an illusion. This whole world, it's a fucked up trick. We've all been tricked. We're all in a matrix. We're all in a cartoon. We're all in the Astrodome. We're all in this simulated world being fucked, basically, and fed off of by predators and parasites, basically. You need to go back and watch The Matrix if you haven't. Starting The Matrix 1, 2, and 3. That will help explain it, because we see now that's come true. Transhuman mind meeting machine, and destroying us and then destroying itself. And then the created, the computer becomes the creator and turns on its creator, its God, and thinks the computer machine thinks it's God. It's going to tear up everything. People putting their hopes and their money, their products, their projects, and those things will fall. And if you haven't prepared for that, you're not going to be able to make it here and somewhere else, because this is not the final destination. This is really like a hell. This is like a training ground, a testing ground. There are other dimensions. There are other earths better than this. But because we're not taught as little children to meditate, to astral project, to get to know the spirit self, to see them around you, you don't know. You think this is all that exists. Hey, Mobetta. So as I'm spending time alone, I'm getting to see, wow, I don't even know me. I don't even know myself. I was never taught to love me. I was never taught to respect me. I was never taught to know me. And we all should do that, because we can already go out of one year and go into another. And you have to learn what's real and what's not. I'm not saying don't take care of yourself, don't take care of your body, don't acknowledge the body as a part of you. What I'm saying is it's just like an extended, borrowed manifestation of you. It's not the real you, the emotional, the spiritual, the mental you, the different aspects of the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions that you don't even see are the real you that are wanting to have the experience and the physical. It's just nice to kind of start waking up and kind of getting an idea. And I want it for you to get to know who you are and spend time with you and be true to your own self. Parents didn't know who they were. No, I don't agree with that, because my mother was heavily into metaphysics ever since I was a little child, and science of mind, and traveling with traveling preachers. She was a part of a big organization. It was a white organization here, Science of Mind. She knew the power of the thoughts, positive and negative, self-love, self-respect, a lack of it. My mother was an extreme narcissist. My grandmother says she came out of her ass as a narcissist. And didn't care about anything or anybody but herself. To me, if you choose to abuse your children, you choose to leave them where people can rape them, you know exactly what you're doing. And then you're a preacher and everything you do is based on the Bible, your abuse, your disrespect to your children. No, you have to know that that's fucked up. Put your children out in the wintertime, in the cold, with nothing but what they're wearing, and then go call your friends and laugh about it. No. And people try to tell me, oh, you should forgive. Okay, maybe our versions of forgiving is different, because she kept doing it every time I let her come back. Now you can't come back. I should have cut your ass off years ago. That's why I don't let people play with me. And I don't play with them, because I'm a nice person, and they think I'm a nice person. They think I'm stupid. And then I'm nice to you, and then you stab me. And when I pull the knife out and I stab you back, oh, see, why I see drip in your mouth, and why you got to say it, and why you say it to me? Why you do it to me? Now I don't play that shit, and it's not gonna be no second and third chance. I'm gonna do you like you do me. I'm gonna treat you like you treat me. So if you don't like that, don't do that. At least not to me. You do it in public, bitch, I'm gonna do it in public. You say that shit, bitch, I'm gonna say that shit. I don't know what forgive is. I don't know what it means. It might mean okay. I have a hard time with that one. Because if I say I forgive you for what you've done, you can never do it again. I'm not gonna let you do it again. And just because I forgive you, I don't have to let you get close to me. I don't have to trust you like I did when you stabbed me. Especially a parent, a mother does it to her own daughter. You don't have to let your mother back in. You don't have to trust her. You don't have to excuse her. Especially when I did it and she kept doing it over and over, just lying on me, straight out lying, stabbing me. And I realized my mother wanted my destruction. She wanted to destroy me. And if you keep apologizing to someone and let them come back and destroy you, you deserve whatever the fuck you get. And I have other women telling me, well, it's because it's my mom. I said, okay, you let her come back and she fucked you again. And you keep letting her come back because people tell you you're supposed to do it and that's what God wants you to do and it's your mom. But she has no consideration for you. She treats you like a bitch on the street she's competing with. And she never has your back and you never ask her to have your back. And if you do, she's always busy or she'll go out of her way for someone else but you. But she goes out of her way to sabotage you and destroy everything you fucking do. And it's okay for you to keep forgiving her because she laid down and slid you out of her ass or they pulled you out of her ass or cut you out of her stinking ass. So now, that's the only woman in the world that you let fuck over you who wants to destroy your very existence, even though she gave birth to you. And I tell women, look, if that's where you are and that's where you need to be, when you get tired, you'll stop and you'll learn what you need to learn. And I used to be you and I used to be that. I don't believe that anymore because I am a mom. I've never done that to my son. I've never put my son in the cold. I've never turned my back on my son. I never took up for somebody else's child and treated another child better than my child and go around and talk about and sabotage my child. Even though a lot of women do it because it's been done to them or fathers do it because it's been done to them, I didn't want to do that. No. I know how that feels. I would die before I did that to my baby. I don't care how old he is. I wouldn't do that to my son. Yeah, thank you, swamp lady. That's exactly how I feel. You're just like a snake that's hungry, that just lay eggs that ain't been eating the whole time you've been pregnant. You will eat your own motherfucking kids and then go treat somebody else's children better than your own. But a bitch like that is sick. And when people have tried to make me feel bad, usually women, because I didn't want my mother to abuse me over and over and over as a grown woman, still doing it and trying to make me feel guilty. Oh, they did the best they could do. No, you did the best you could do to be beautiful while you were young and beautiful and make money and make yourself look glamorous and travel the world and have wealthy friends and fuck entertainers like you fucked my father and make sure you got everything you wanted, the latest cars, the latest outfits, the latest shoes. Everybody doted on you. You had a good job. My mother was not broke. My mother was not in prison. My mother was not in a mental institute. My mother made a lot of money and was very successful while she dumped me and my sister on my grandmother for my grandmother to get public aid and food stamps and shit to feed us. My mother lived the high life. I know because we saw her. You didn't suffer being a single mom because you weren't a single mom. You never had to take responsibility because you dumped us on your mom in the fucking projects. So now she's the victim. Oh, they left me with these children and I had to do the best I can. No, you did the best you could for yourself because you never had to take care of your children. When I chose to go without, and not because I didn't want to be like you, because I believe you pay for that when you do that to children that you bring here. And I didn't want him in a position to go through what I went through. So, no, she didn't do the best she could do. Yeah, she did know better. I feel sorry for you. And then once you get your children around you, you abuse them for your own entertainment and your friends' entertainment and the niggas you fucking entertain. No, my mother did know what she was doing. But if you can, I can sleep at night now. I'm at peace with myself. And I don't fuck with them no more. So if you can't sleep at night without letting your mama and other people come around and fuck you in the ass, and then go and be nice to everybody but you that she did not give birth to, which says she has a lot of self-hatred to do that to someone she gave birth to. If you like that, I love it. Women come to me and tell me I can't let it go. Don't. But it took me a long time because people were encouraging me. My grandmother and everybody was encouraging me to take it, and my mother was encouraging me to take it. But you never took it because you were never a mom. You're a biological mother, but you were never a mom. And you chose not to be. Because like I said, there was nothing wrong with her. She was getting everything she wanted. So if people, I let everybody has to pick their poison. And everybody has to pick their karma and pick their lessons. I don't attack it. When women come to me with it, I'm like, don't come to me with it when you know you can't let it go. Why put me in it? I don't want to hear it because it's going to make me snap. If I know that you're being abused and if you're coming to me and you're hurt, then it's going to hurt me and it's going to bring my pain back and I snap. And then a lot of women are like, well, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you snapping? I'm like, babe, I'm not snapping at you. I'm angry because of what you just told me your mother did to you because it reminds me of me. And then I'm just like, you know what? Let me get myself together. Because this bitch, your mother's a bitch, a dirty bitch, and she's fucking over you, and you're telling me, and you're in tears, and you want me to tell you it's okay to take the shit, and I can't. Now what? I'm doing it because I care. And you're telling it to me. And it's triggering me. Because I know how it feels to be so disrespected and treated like nothing. And you're sitting here trying to rationalize it to me. And you're telling me, yes, she let her man fuck me. She let my brother touch me. And she threw me out. And she had me locked up so that I would look crazy. So they wouldn't find out she was letting her husband fuck. And I'm like, what? What? And they think I'm mad at them. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. But I don't understand why you're talking to this bitch. And why haven't you done anything about it? Because a lot of times now the statutes are not limited on those things. Especially if you could prove what was happening. It just, I'm like, you know what? All these kind of clients come to me. Usually people that come to you where you are and where you're wounded, that becomes your specialty. If you can walk through the dark nights of that. So a lot of people come to me that have been through the same thing and they still talk to their moms. And I'm like, this breaks my heart. What they're saying to me, and I know they're still hurt back because I can hear them trembling and them crying. And I'm just like, I want to kill this bitch for you. Why are you still talking? Okay, we're going to do this nicely. So what's your question for your reading? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm angry for you. I'm more angry than you are. And I can't rationalize this. Get an Astroworld coochie. No. That's the Astroworld. You know what? Look, we don't. That's one of our. So we're gonna have the Astroworld coochie group. That's if you want to go get some Astroworld dick. We're gonna teach. This is what empaths go through. Yeah, they feel it so deeply because I felt it. And when they say this stuff, I'm like, you're going to have to stand in vagina power. You're going to have to stand up for yourself because if you don't fight for your life, nobody else is going to fight for it. And they're going to keep feeding off you because your mother's an extreme, supreme, narcissistic, dirty bitch. I'm sorry I called your mother a bitch. I apologize. They're like, no, it's all right, all right. I'm like, maybe you need to call her one. Huh. She's just a human. She's not the Virgin Mary. She's not God. Even though they teach, she's just a human. A dirty bitch. that could sacrifice and cut her own baby girl for a nickel and suck a dick. She don't deserve to be respected. Don't try to say that, hoe. She don't want to be saved, Project Pat. Hoe don't want to be saved, sacrifice her baby to a nigga. Leave you all kind of places. Fuck that shit. And she's doing the best she can do, and fuck that bitch. Because she said, fuck you, when she turned her back on you and left you for a grown nigga to screw. Or left you here and there, pillar to pole, as they sit down here, cut you out, compete with you, jump on you, slap you because the bitch jealous of you. Fuck the bitch. You know exactly what the fuck you doing, hoe. Because if I had a daughter and I did that to her, I'm the elder. Whatever my pain and shit is, I'm going to take it out on her. Then you get with other bitches in the street. Oh, hey, girl, I got you something. I bought this present for you and that girl. Let's squat. Let's do this and do that. And your daughter, you treat her like a nasty stepchild. Oh, forgive. The Lord said forgive. She know not what she do. Yeah, she do because she doesn't do it to nobody but me. They know. Because if you don't know better, why do you treat everybody else's daughter and all of your female friends better than you treat your own daughter? Because you know you can't do that to them. So you take your shit out on your daughter because you feel like a piece of shit your goddamn self. That's why I don't listen to that shit, that old school religious bullshit. Your mother did the best she could with what she had at the time and the resources that she had. Like I just told you, that doesn't apply to my mother because she never was a mom. She never raised her babies. We were always dumped. And then she would come around looking flawless with the top designer shit on and a pocket full of money. My mother never even had to cook us dinner every day. She never even had to make a fucking sandwich. So that shit you can't make me feel bad about it because I don't thought about it. God damn it, bitch. I don't thought about this shit. And even when she made us live with her when I was 12, I was taking care of my brother and sister like I was their mother, cooking and cleaning for them while she still ran the street and never talked to Rebel. That's why I was a dumb bitch. Letting people fuck over me. A baby in a grown body, not knowing nothing about life or how to handle life. No people skills, no human skills. Me knowing myself as an individual, as a little girl, moving into puberty, moving into a young woman, a grown woman, not knowing how to handle business, nothing. So I understand why I was fucked over all those times. And too trusting. So I sit with that now and I learn from those things so that people won't do that to me anymore. Even if I have to be alone. I don't let people play in my ass, play in my mouth, and play in my astrodome. Because that's where it starts first. If you play with me, it's because I let you. Not because I don't see you, but because maybe I don't want to accept it. I don't want to see that shit. See, that's when women be like a nigga played on them and you been played on, you got children. You done been through the rodeo before, bitch. Niggas do that shit to you over and over. Find you, feed you, fuck you, leave you. And then you get all into, you start fucking the nigga. You just know the nigga 5 minutes or met the nigga on an app. And your children got to see that shit. Because you so thirsty for sucking a dick. And your mom, you know something about it, you get real. Because I seen one bitch, when I look at her, it's hard for me to look at her mouth. She really not ugly, but I mean the way her mouth shaped, she look like a salamander by the goddamn mouth. A salamander like a damn serpent by the head. Because she suck a lot of dick. You can look at some women's mouth, man. And when they tie in, see, they suck a lot of dick. So when they suck a lot of dick, like they get lonely. They get lonely in their ass and mouth, especially if it's getting cold right now. They just want a nice, thick piece of meat down and mold it round to massage their throat like a goddamn house, cool mountain ice. Throat lozenge, goddamn it. They want to massage it down and there's somebody. First, they got some soup coolers. warm their mouth and warm it around their lip. See, something about that. And they bend their ass over and clap their ass cheek together. Bands will make her dance. Whoop! Bands will make her dance. Yeah! There's just something about a dick up in them that make them feel real religious, goddammit. Give me that old time religion. One lady told me said she was so lonely for some dick. Nigga laid down, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The Lord is my shepherd, this nigga wanna fuck me. Put his dick all in her, laid down, and all she could do was he laid down and anointed her with his holy oil lubricant and put his rod inside her, the comforter. And she said all she could do was just say, thank you, Jesus. Now see, I didn't put the Lord in it, she did, goddammit. She just rapped, said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for this stiff Peter going hitting the bottom of my ass, goddammit. Just she needed some holy pipe. She need that special name on it, goddammit. She needs some sanctified dick. He sanctified her pussy. Then the nigga got up and speak to her more. She didn't really know nothing about the nigga. Now you mad and now he did something to you and he ain't no good. But bitch, ain't you done been through this? You got about 5 children, goddammit, and about 3 baby daddies. I mean, it ain't like, bitch, you ain't been through this before. Keep letting niggas come in and out. Put cum all in your mouth. No, you don't know now. Nope. You don't know now. God, no. See what I'm saying? And you act like you don't know. Because you didn't want to take the time, because most niggas is like that now. You don't want to talk to him. You don't want to go out. You don't want to see what his mind is. You don't want to know what kind of relationships he got. You don't know how many baby daddies or baby mamas. You know what? Let me not take that back. You don't want to, nigga might have some baby daddies and some goddamn baby mamas. Might have been divorced a few times. This might be all the nigga do. But see, you don't want to. Now, see, I ain't had no dick in a long time, and I ain't been married. I got all these children here by myself, so I don't want to scare the nigga off by putting too many demands on him and ask him too many questions. But you didn't mind him greasing up and putting all kind of demands in your ass and asking all kind of questions about putting dick in your mouth. Now, since you didn't ask the right questions, and he ain't say nothing about no commitment, he come in and out when he want to bring little Charlie out and stick him in your mouth. That mean. And now that's his fault. Because you don't want to get to know who you are, and you don't want to know why you keep running into that same shit. Playing games because you didn't start the relationship out right. He didn't have to prove nothing. He didn't have to earn nothing. You didn't have to set no boundaries up because these niggas is talking. I know how it is. You standing there talking to a nigga and your pussy is dry heaving. Like I told you, that crip nigga had me out there in damn LAX airport, goddamn it, telling me don't go home. Oh, skinny, oh, slim nigga, sexy slim nigga with long hair down there, plait, hanging down their goddamn back. Begging me to stay there and spend the night and shit. Pussy dry heaving. Clit hard as 6 dicks. I'm trying to act like I'm trying to run my legs, move them around and shit. Clit hard. Leaking. I wanted to tell the lady, don't open the gate, take my ticket, goddamn. I'm finna go around and fuck this sexy ass crip nigga in his 30s, goddamn it. And then he talking low, tall nigga, tall, slim, sexy, sexy slim. There's somebody certain skinny niggas like that, you know, especially when a nigga have swag, but they have a little shape to them. You know, sexy slim nigga with that slim muscle that still have a shape. They, you know, they be knowing they, yeah. And the niggas start talking soft to me like, we in the room or we in the movie theater and the movie done started and the lights is down and everybody eating their popcorn being quiet. So, ain't gonna do my hair like that? Gonna take his finger and put it in that curl on my wig on the side and just twirl it while he talking. Get thee hence, Satan. Have to bind the devil, goddamn it. Cause this nigga talking, yeah, I had to run. I had to have that fat bitch pop the lock, open the gate. Here's my ticket, goddamn it. Open the gate, bitch. Cause I'm not, nigga talking low to me. If I had to go, I had to try to calm my shit down. I understand that nigga talking to you like that and you lonely, nigga sexy, saying the right shit and talking. See, niggas will know how to speed they talking up or slow they talking down when the nigga is really like a good coxman. You see what I'm saying? And really a good plumber. The nigga can tap into how to come at you. So he knew he couldn't, oh, let me get something to eat. Let me buy you a Birkin bag or whatever. He know he can talk to me. I don't hear that shit. I'm not finna fuck you for no bag and no damn plate, nigga. I don't care how much it costs. He knew he had to come meet different, so he trying to act like he's spiritual and shit. You know, I just think that we need, while he touching my damn, keep touching them curl on my wig. I had pink curl on my wig, so he kept touching down. No, nigga. No, nigga. Act like he care. And then, yeah, bow leg, then gonna try to, every time he talk to me, but don't let no nigga do that you don't know. Every time he talk, a nigga talk to you, don't tap they damn hand on some part of your body. Trying to touch your body. Get me all around. No, in my damn clit. Hard like a dick. I'm trying, and the nigga must have known the shit. You know how nigga talk you so. I was thinking that don't go no lower, cause You know how I know y'all done met niggas like that. Every time they talk to you, they wanna put their hand or their finger somewhere on you. And well, what you think? Bitch. Get you on. Get your so gone. I always talking wanna slide, and they know the perks, like on the pressure perk. In the don't let them hit around your ass cheek, goddammit. Run their hand around and be talking, and then open the door and be real polite. They know you ain't used to that. They can tell you been through some shit. Like I said, that bitch with that damn salamander mouth or that damn serpent mouth, anaconda mouth. That's all he got to say. Get her in a closed, isolated section, especially if it's a ghetto bitch. Give her a can of beer that's ice cold with that water and that chill on it dripping down. Pop the top on it with that fucking paper sack on it. Give her some skins with some fucking hot sauce and shake some salt on it. The bitch is bent up fucking and got her dick just sucking. A lot of these women that you see with money and shit, I'm telling you, a lot of them women on the low like that ghetto love. They want that hard wood because it's good. And sat there, not sit, sat there and opened their mouth for no money. Yeah, them pork rind, that big kind that been extra light and crispy like, and you put them in a paper sack. Put that hot sauce in there, that red devil, that real hot, shake it, then get it molded round it, saturate it real good, and then flick some salt off in there off your hand. No point, it's more good like when you flick it. You got to flick that shit in your hand and then take the bag. Taste a little bit of, yeah, hey, boy, get my squirrel, get my beer out the freezer. Just shake it. Shake it up. Get the paper sack with the paper sack grease and shit. Take it in and open it. Ready to fuck then. See? That's what I'm saying. Then get mad. Not that Colt 44 or that one with that bull. The slit malt liquor bull on there. And then he be up like this, but then that eye be chilling down like that. Oh, man. And then you up. Oh, Squirrel, one of my relatives. They call him Squirrel. Squirrel, go in there and get my beer out the freezer. And I said, yeah, you mean to see a lot of times these women act sweet and nice outside, but then you get inside, there be some good country fucking or some wild ass fucking. See, that's what y'all, now that old English, goddammit. Now that ain't her. See, that's what niggas really like. A woman that can be free with, on your mouth, your ass, been however the nigga say, because, you know, I ain't going to tell nobody good. I ain't going to tell nobody. It's just me and you. Shit, fuck a bit, a nigga go can put some of that damn space aid, pull that molly. So the nigga got you popping pills or putting in your pussy. You really getting freaking in, goddammit. Might fuck the whole crew. That's how they say how that shit had you so hot off in your ass. I don't want to find out, baby. I don't want to find out. So yeah, that country screwing. Sad Nation, yeah, you have to be a woman in the street and a freak in the sheet. You have to be real proper and polite and shit. And then you get home and just let loose on the nigga, you know what I'm saying? But see, you got to have your boundaries up and your questions, whatever your criteria is, before you let loose on the nigga, so you have a better chance of winning and not getting fucked over. You see what I'm saying? That's a difference. A lot of these women scared to put the criteria and rules and regulations when secret inside a nigga really wants you to do that. You meet him right off and getting high and popping pills and shit, drunk, sucking dick. He not gonna respect you. God damn, y'all, I got to go. It's 15 minutes. I love you. It's finna go. It's 15%. I ain't know I was gonna hit the line. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. I love y'all.